exciting.
What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Fight Like Hell podcast. We're on episode 30. This is Thursday, September 2nd, 2021, for those of you who are listening in 2085. And I have my heterosexual life mate, Austin, with me. And then we have a special guest today. If you guys are watching us, you can kind of see him. His arms are filling up the entire fucking screen. What's going on, Dave?
Hey, thanks for having me on here. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, no, we're stoked to have you on. Austin showed me your page I think like a week or two ago. Like usually like we line up the guests and then Austin, if it's one of Austin's friends through like Visual and Humble, he'll send it to me. And I was like, holy fuck, dude, that guy is monstrous. He's so big. So we're stoked to have you on, man. And I guess we'll get right into this. So let's kick off with weekend adventures. Normally we'd say, what did you do last weekend? But the weekend has surpassed us and we're almost to Friday because this is a Thursday edition. So I'm going to ask the question first to Austin. What do you got plans for the weekend?
I mean, so besides the thing that we're going to be talking about next.
You actually do have plans this weekend. We'll talk about that soon.
Besides that, I got to do some Savor 6 hats, some shirts, and that's about it. I mean, nothing too exciting.
Okay. What about you, Dave? What do you got brewing for the weekend?
My buddy is supposed to help me finish the floor of my gym. That will be monumental to me because then we can start working out.
Yeah,
so like rubberizing it, or
are you using horse stall mats?
No, well, it's been such the debate in my videos about horse stall mats or legit gym mats. I got legit gym mats.
Okay,
you paid a fortune then.
I paid for them.
Yeah, because I just bought horse mats for my next place. Jesus, how much like square footage are you setting up this gym for?
1,100 square feet.
Holy fuck! Is it going to be like? Is it going to be a gym for people to come to, or is it your gym?
It will be a private commercial gym just for me.
No shit. Okay.
It'll probably, yeah, it's going to be awesome. I'm going to have guys come, like my clients, if they want to, if they're in town and they're established. I know who they are. I'm familiar with them, which is you know how that is. You have like the 1 month and the fast clients, but then you have guys who work with you for like 6 months to a year and they're like your friends.
Okay.
But then I'll invite people too. Like I'll have people from TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, friends of mine, different competitors, and we'll shoot videos down there. We'll do all types of shit. But but for the most part,
no, you're allowed to curse. We curse all the
good.
fucking time on this podcast.
That's fine, freely. Perfect. I like that. Thank you. But for the most part, it's just going to be for me. My farm is in North Carolina, and the best gym I have is a 45-minute drive. So it's just really tough on me. And then they don't even have half of the stuff that I want. So, you know, if I want to wake up at 2:00 in the morning and just train for a little while. When I was living in Vegas, I could do that on every block, but now I can't.
Right. And if I go with COVID,
that too, yeah. Like heaven forbid we shut down again. Last time we shut down, I had a big stick that became my barbell and 5-gallon buckets that I filled with bricks. And I did everything you could do with a barbell, and it was just awful. I mean, I did it, but it was awful.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So with this gym, how much weights do you have set up in it? What are some of your like smaller to bigger weights?
Well, right now, because the floor is going in, just got the floor, and then I got the dumbbells, 5 pounds up to 100 pounds in those 2 racks. So the next thing is going to be the free motion machine. And if I can get that this weekend, that would be great, but it might be the weekend after or so. But so I'll have the dumbbells, free motion, pretty much do everything I need because I'll have the dumbbells and the cables. And then I want to start collecting all the badass leg shit. Like I will drive an hour and a half to use one piece of badass leg equipment, you know, at least once a month. So I just want to put each one of them little motherfuckers that are all over. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, there's one of them. I remember in Miami. Oh, there's one of them in Vegas. Like, I want to just get them all 9 of them or so, put them in my basement.
there you go.
So what's like 1 or 2 of those items that might not be in the common gym that you're referring to?
One that's more common, but you don't see often, is a vertical leg press.
Okay.
Yeah, or aneurysm machine. Yeah,
Okay.
love that thing. I love the vertical leg press. But then we're gonna get more into traditional stuff. Like I want a leg press and I want a hack squat, but
hack squats all the way.
But I want the Cybex squat press leg press. I want that one.
That specific one.
That specific one. That one has this huge hinge type system. So you can have your feet together, you can put them wide, but when you come down, you can bring your knees to your ears, bend your like rotate your pelvis, open up your hips. You can just fold in half like a pretzel and it never hits the bottom. Never. I love it. I love it. You can do whatever with it. And then I want to have there's like I think it's Life Fitness or it might be Body Masters. I think it might be Body Masters. Their lying leg curl has like 4 different handles, so you can put your hands all over the place and just go crazy. Has crazy amounts of manipulation adjustments down where the legs are. It's got a pivot at the knee. It's got a pivot for your ankle. It has everything. I like that. I like the Cybex hack squat. You know, you don't see them too much anymore.
Okay, cool.
So, like that.
Sounds dope. You'll definitely. I know you'll end up posting on your social media and stuff, and we'll definitely have to share some of that stuff for our followers. That way, we can kick them over to you. And speaking of that, what's your @ sign? That way, people can find you.
Ziegler Monster is my handle for everything: Snapchat, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. ZieglerMonster.com. Even if you spell it wrong, you're still gonna find me.
And how do you spell that?
Ziegler, Monster. And then I got that nickname back in high school playing football, so I've been going by that forever.
Okay. Well, I mean, what's the size of you?
What's that?
What position?
I was not big when I was young. I was just kind of a little nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you play position wise in football?
Football, I played D end.
Okay, nice,
yeah.
Nice.
And I looked good. I was like super shredded, but I was just average size. Yeah. Like I was the same frame as everybody else. I just looked like somebody took a pencil and like drew on like pec lines and little shoulder lines, and they're like, "All right, there you go."
Yeah.
So
how tall are you now, and how much do you weigh in at?
Well, I used to be 6 foot, but now it seems like I'm 5'11".
Okay.
So somewhere in the last 15 years or so, from going from my late teens into my 30s, I seem to have lost half an inch, I think. So I like to say I'm 6 foot, but I don't think I am.
Yeah.
And then right now I'm about 245.
Okay, so not that bad.
I'm lean as hell, which is surprising for me because I'm trying to eat everything I can to put on weight right now. And I keep filling out and I keep getting good pictures, being real full and veiny and stuff like that. But my actual weight is not climbing like it used to in the years past. Yeah. But I look better than I do in the years past too. So I'll take it.
Right.
Whatever.
Nice. Cool. Well, it sounds like you have a pretty work-filled weekend ahead of you, but it's going to be for a good thing down the road. And for I guess Save Our Six people and for Fight Like Hell people, most of you guys know that for my weekend, this is actually my last night ever sleeping in Riverton, Wyoming. Like I'm getting ready to move. It's the last time I'm ever going to record in this location. I'll record a couple more times in Wyoming before I move out to Arizona. But the movers come for all my shit on Monday, and I think it's kind of funny that you guys were talking about workout mats, because I needed to buy some home gym stuff. I do functional fitness. Like I'm pretty small, but I'm pretty fucking lean too, and I do a lot of like on it workouts, and kettlebells are everything to me. Like I do all different types of kettlebell stuff and clapping, jumping, fucking push-ups and all the weird shit. And I was like, fuck, man, I just canceled my gym membership out here because I didn't want to pay for a fucking month and only use it for like 2 days. So I canceled my membership out here. So last week, Austin and I were trying to find like the best deals on Rogue or On It to get me some kettlebells that I can actually travel with for the next month and a half while all my shit's getting moved. So I end up during that process, I ended up running into the issue of, did I want to buy the horse mats or the actual like fitness ones, the square ones like you probably bought.
Yeah.
And I did the horse mats. They were a lot cheaper. And they cover like 6 by, what is it, Austin? 6 by 4?
It's a 6x8.
Oh,
Yeah,
6 by
that's
8.
same as, I think that's the same as mine.
Yeah, and Rob didn't even know what horse stall that you used horse stall mats for gym flooring.
I've been working out on them for 2.5 years at my gym out here in Wyoming. I was like telling Austin, is this shit gonna work? Like, this isn't Rogue, this isn't whatever. Like, I don't even know. I've never heard of this. Are you sure this is gonna work? And then literally that night when I went to work out at my local gym, I'm looking at the floor and I'm like, motherfucker, these are the same fucking horse mats that I bought.
Yeah, they look so similar. I think they are the same. I'm not sure. It's a debate on one of my videos, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They're all similar, so
Yeah. But either way, you're getting the real shit. And it sounds like you're building a pretty fucking badass gym. So we're stoked to see that. And that's that. And it's undecided exactly how the weekend's going to play out for adventures. I don't know if I'm doing or if I'm going to be doing a podcast with you on a topic that I'm going to let you lead into next, Austin.
Yeah. So yesterday was September 1st, and September is Suicide Awareness Month. So we are doing a 22 pounds for 22 miles challenge for the and we're going to be doing shirts, and a portion of those proceeds are going to be going to an organization called Rescue 22, and they provide veterans with service dogs.
That's awesome.
So we're going to be doing that and donating proceeds to them.
Oh, God bless you. Very cool.
Yeah, and then the cool part about it too was like we originally thought about doing a 5K, and you could walk it, you could run it, whatever, and then we're gonna have a set like weekend to do it. But last minute, Austin approached me with the idea. He's like, dude, like, why don't we do something for like 22 awareness? And I'm like, what do you got in mind? He's like, let's do a fucking like road march, 22 pounds. And the cool part is, we don't expect everyone to be able to do 22 miles with 22 pounds within a day sitting. So we're opening it up for our followers, or the followers for the Rescue Foundation that we're donating to do it from now until the end of the month. You just got to complete it by then. That way, in case people want to bike it, they want to walk it, if they want to do it 2 or 3 times. And then we're going to make a customized shirt that's going to represent probably all 3 brands and probably the podcast too. So yeah, we're stoked about it because the veteran community took a pretty hard hit. We won't go down like the Afghanistan road tonight just because it's been
I understand.
Yeah, it's been a rough couple of podcasts. Like so but with that being said, Austin, was there besides the fact that we're gonna release a shirt for pre-order, I think on Monday?
Yeah, Monday.
Is there anything else that you want to cover about that 22 challenge, or do you think we both covered it?
Nope, I think that's it. Like I said, we decided to do this, and then yesterday I posted about it on Instagram, and me and Rob thought, maybe we'll have a handful of people,
like 10 people or something.
Like our normal group of people that we usually interact with. And it had overwhelming support. I had
good.
So I think we have close to like 50 people.
Oh, fantastic!
That are doing it. So yeah, it far exceeded our expectations.
That's great.
It got reposted probably about 40 times. It had over 100 shares, I think, by this afternoon when it wasn't even up for 12 hours. It's close to 1,000 likes. Like it's crazy, and people are super supportive. And I think once we tied in that charity that we want to actually like give to, and it relates to veterans that need service dogs, I think it's just like a compiling force of, I don't know, like it blew the fuck up way bigger than I thought it would.
If you could ever get to hang out with the service dogs too, that would be pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the best part. Duh.
Yeah. I have one.
The dog's my favorite.
Yeah, she'll probably interrupt me at a certain point. If you see me leave it all, it's because I'm taking care of her.
Okay,
that's fair. Yeah. But I guess with that being said, unless you got anything else on it, Austin, let's get into the next section.
Yeah. So
you handle this.
Yeah, I mean, so I originally found you through TikTok.
Yeah.
And that's how I originally found you and found all your videos, and I was like, I like this guy. I was like, I'm gonna reach out to him, and then so let's talk about something that happened recently with you and your TikTok ban.
Yeah, they banned me. Everyone can have access to my TikTok except for me.
Yeah, and I've seen that been happening a lot to bigger creators.
If I log onto it right now, a gray screen pops up and it says you are temporarily banned. Log out. That's
Oh.
all I can do.
It doesn't say how many days or anything.
It doesn't say anything. And so I emailed like 6 different people and hit up their Twitter, and they actually responded to me today, and they said, we won't verify you right now. And I said, okay, well, that's not what I asked.
Right. I'm not even close to what I asked.
I was like, thank you for just, just, I don't know what that was. It's being mean to me. Like,
Right.
could you help me? We think you're ugly. That's not what I asked.
No.
Not what I needed.
I was like, no, I won't verify you. You're not cool enough. That's not
That's
what I want.
yeah. Don't email us. You're not worth it. And I was like, okay, sorry. So I don't know. I assume it's gonna come back. I get my comments sometimes get flagged, and my videos get flagged sometimes. And my last 4,
like,
exactly.
You don't post anything bad. Like, all you post is inspirational fitness and motivation.
Thank you. Thank you.
How do you post anything bad?
The last 4 comments that I got flagged, one said, I love this. The other one said, it makes me sweaty. Somebody was doing like crazy calisthenics or whatever. Yeah. And I was like making a joke, and I was like, this makes me sweaty. One said, I love it, bro. And then one said, ZMF is the best.
Yeah, that makes
so my four comments all came up to me, and it said, you broke community guidelines. We removed your comment. I appealed them, but I had the same thing happen. This has been happening to me for a little while, more than like weeks. It's been happening for months, not as consistently as it is recently enough to ban me, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I've had weird comments get flagged before, and I appeal them, and then like 2 months go by, 3 months go by, and it never gets resolved. It never comes back up. So I don't know if no one just checks that folder, but when my videos, when my videos get flagged or my live gets flagged, like I had one of my lives get flagged. I'm actually banned from going live right now because I showed my horse, and they said I showed pornography. It got flagged.
Horse pornography.
Yeah, so I was like, someone was like, where are you? I was like, I was at my farm.
Bestiality, man. Bestiality.
Yeah. So when stuff like that happens and I appeal it, or the videos get flagged, because I get videos taken down too, because just somebody doesn't agree with me, so they flag it. It normally gets put back within a day or 2. So I don't know if it just got clogged up, and TikTok's system was like, bro, you need to be on hold because apparently you're out of control. So because everyone can duet me and stitch me and comment and follow, and I've gotten some like 4,000 followers in the 36 hours I've been banned, because I'm just, every time I check on my account from my other account, my Ziegler Monster Fitness account, I check on Ziegler Monster, I can see the little 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and I'm like, okay, the account's working. And then they emailed me today. They emailed me and they were like, your creator fund for July or whatever, because it's like 2 months past how they pay you. And they were like, your creator money for July is available, Mr. Ziegler. And I was like, thank you. So I clicked on the link, and then it was like, we won't verify you. No, it said it said you can't, you have to log out. You know what I mean?
So, oh my God!
Here's your money.
You can't even get paid.
Yeah, have the money. They're like, would you like your money? Click on the link. I clicked on the link, and it said, no, you can't log out.
You have to log out.
So so I don't know what's going on right now. I'm just in limbo. So I've been putting my old stuff on Ziegler Monster Fitness, my really, really, really old stuff, because I have access to it all.
Right.
So I've been downloading the old stuff to show that, because it's new to a lot of people, and it's giving the backup account a lot of traction on TikTok. So it's gotten some like 10,000 followers in the last 12 hours. And then I've been putting some new stuff over there, like some updates on the physique, and I'm going to post some other new stuff. And who knows how it might become the main account if they lock me out long enough and shit.
Right.
How many followers are on the account that's banned right now?
Like 460,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he has a lot.
Yeah.
TikTok famous, more than Scotty.
Yeah. And then the new one's got maybe like 20,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And how
But
long
that just
ago
happened.
how long ago did you start TikTok?
Oh, last September, I just hit a year.
No shit. Congratulations.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it might be a little over a year. I made it as a not as a joke, but I had all the social media stuff. I started YouTube in 2010, and I just, pretty much made money through my YouTube and my Instagram, getting clients and talking about fitness like I do on TikTok. Just my platform was a lot smaller. And most of the people who followed me and knew me from my competition career. And they're like, oh, my friend competed against you. Oh, I met you 7 years ago, but you're doing a great job now. Can you help me with the biceps? Yeah, of course, whatever. So then I got on TikTok, but what really happened was my wife, her colleague, this guy who's like 60 some, professional as fuck, makes a shit ton of money, is like the man when it comes to like this university. Like the dude could practically be the dean. He was like, are you on TikTok? And I said, no, not yet. I'm gonna make one, because I have all the social media for marketing. I'm gonna make one. And he was like, no, you gotta make one right now. And I was like, why? Isn't it like mostly kids and stuff? And he's like, no, it's me. I'm on there and I spend money. It influences me on things I want to buy because I see people use stuff and show stuff and create stuff, and I learn stuff. And that's pretty much your platform. And I was like, okay. So I made the TikTok and I went on there and I started talking about the shit I was on my YouTube channel and my Instagram and my Facebook, just like I was, except TikTok's algorithm and easy accessibility. It just took off for me, as where in the other platforms, like my Instagram has like 46,000 or so. My Facebook has, whatever it is, 20, 30, 40,000. But then I got on TikTok and it was like 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. I was like, that's a fucking shit ton of people. Yeah. Like if I had them all right here, like where would they park? Can you imagine?
You're gonna invite them all to your gym when it opens.
Yeah, like where would we put them?
Let's dox them. We're gonna give you guys the address here by the end of the podcast.
And we're gonna send them all to you.
Yeah, so it kind of like just it kind of just shocked me at first, and I was like, TikTok is cool. I'm glad I made it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people have success on TikTok.
Oh, if it's a great platform, and right now the way it's trying to compete with Instagram and Facebook, and the amount of users they're getting just on the regular, there's so much space for a lot of people to do some really cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, TikTok has changed a lot of people's lives.
Yeah, it's cool. Very cool. And there's room for everybody, especially when it comes to fitness. Fitness is known for gatekeeping. Guys will gatekeep the fucking shit. Like you will say, like, oh, chest. Oh, your chest isn't so-and-so. Yo, you don't have, you need to do this. You don't fly deep enough. Fuck, it's like, bro, you got fucking 200 t-shirts in your closet. You can have one with my name. You can have one with Ronnie's name. You can have one with Jay's name. Everybody can win. Just have fun.
Right. I mean, that's the bodybuilding, scene in general, though. Just everybody gatekeeps everybody.
They do. Most of the dudes, I'm not gonna lie, most of the dudes are dicks. I don't like most of the guys I compete against, and like, and I don't want to like call anybody out, but you can sometimes see it like in my pictures. No. I have a list of like 12 dudes, all pros, some Olympians, one who don't like me very much at all. And it's just because I was like a cheeky asshole about something stupid, trying to make a joke that they did by being dumb or doing something silly or stupid, because we were having dinner or talking for a few months, being buds, working out, whatever it was. And that's why I don't want to say, because you can go through pictures and just see like who I've corresponded with for the most part.
Right.
And over the decade, though, there's been about a dozen, and they just take it so personally and get so up in arms about the fact that like somebody, I would joke with them and call them, I'd be like, dude, you're stupid, don't do that. And they're like, what do you fucking mean? I'm like, oh, dude, I was just joking. I was just being silly. I don't want to get into some examples and stuff, but yeah, I think not most, but there are generally a good amount of dudes in the sport who are kind of jerks and don't have good senses of humor.
Politely
Yeah.
put.
Definitely need thicker skin.
Like, I'll give you one example.
Yes.
Just
Let's
one.
go.
Like,
Okay.
real big dude. Motherfucking huge dude. Okay? Bigger than me. Real big. Kind of narrows the field a little. This guy, I on Instagram, like, one of the things I do, I use it for like a marketing tool. And
Right.
I'll like a lot of stuff. Okay. So I'll go through my feed, and if I follow you, I'll probably like your picture because I'll like mass like a lot of stuff. I'll be like, oh, badass. That's cool. That's super cool. That's super cool. I see your shit. I support it. And then also it does the cross marketing thing. They see my shit. Everyone gets supported, right? I don't sit there and do the fucking like shit, but I'm not over analyzing the fuck out of everyone's post. I liked your post. I saw your dog. I didn't read the 3 paragraphs about the dog, but I liked the dog. I saw the dog. I can dig all that. Well, one of the posts I happened to like was like some flowers, and it was like, have a great day. Okay. And I was like, okay, great. You have a great fucking day. I like that shit. I like double tap. Okay. Well, that's like 2 o'clock in the morning, like 1:30 in the morning, and I'm chilling at my table, like eating my rice and shit. And I get a text message from one of the big dudes, and he's like, I don't want you commenting on so-and-so's photo or liking so-and-so's photos anymore. And I was like, excuse me?
Right.
What? And he was like, so-and-so. And I was like, who the fuck is so-and-so? And he was like, so-and-so, the girl I've been seeing or been trying to see. I'm interested in her. And I was like, hold on. And I looked it up. And I like typed in the name into my Instagram, and I followed her and shit like that. And I saw the post that I liked, and I came back and I was like, bro, you being serious right now? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, dude, come on, don't be this insecure. And it was that line, don't be so insecure. And everyone didn't want to be my friend no more.
Jeez.
It was over. Not only was it over, but he wanted to beat me up. And he started saying, I was like, dude, you're like 37. You're gonna beat me up in the back of the gym because I liked some chick's Instagram, and then when you made a big deal about it at 2 o'clock in the morning, I might have joked because we've had dinner a dozen times and a dozen workouts, and I thought we were buddies, and I was like, bro, like, don't be so insecure about this. And I even said, there's more to it. I said, bro, don't be insecure about this. Me liking her photo is not going to stop her from dating you. That's not even a bad sentence.
No,
I'm married. Don't you know this?
Good sentence.
Yeah.
But that was it for him. He was like, it's not an insecurity thing. I just don't want my friends around her page. And I was like, that
Sounds
just
like
wrote itself.
Public page.
That wrote itself, bro. Like, it wasn't like she wasn't even in the photo, bro.
Yeah, it's not like a bikini pic or something like that. Like, it's fucking flowers.
And it had like motivational shit on it. I was like, have a great day. Like, give it all. Yeah. Don't be a pussy. And I've had that similar scenario in just abstract, weird ways play out 10 different times. Yeah, this is the weirdest shit. And normally, just because I'm being like, I don't know, cheeky, I guess, like too comfortable just talking, you know what I mean? Because I didn't think that like me just saying the obvious was gonna have someone want to throw a rock at me. Happens though. Shit. The guys are sensitive. They're big and soft, but super hard as nails at the same time. It's deceiving.
That's fucking funny as hell. Especially when you think of it from like the perspective of us not being bodybuilders, and we look at these guys like, holy fuck, that guy is fucking huge. He's got probably no fears.
But insecure as fuck about his girlfriend. Who's not even his girlfriend, never became.
He's just trying to be.
Just trying to be. Like he was up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and you could see he liked the picture, and you could see my name. It was like Ziegler Monster, and 17,000 jillion people liked this picture.
Right.
And
but that one guy,
this motherfucker.
He was like, I can reach out to this guy right now, and if I shut him down, she's mine.
Yeah.
Bro, like I don't
know mine other these 20,000 other people that liked it too.
Dude, what about like I didn't even leave a comment. Like, you're gonna start with me? This is a long list of people.
Right.
Yeah.
you're gonna send a lot of messages.
There's a lot of thirsty people on Instagram.
So whatever. Yeah. So it was a little vague at first, but when I tell you that story, it just, I guess it just hits the ego, right? And if someone doesn't have a sense of humor, or they're not quite honest with like the reality of things,
right?
Then they get a little salty. Yeah. So I do my own thing for the most part. Yeah, a little salty.
That, and you should have been like, bro, check her DMs and see.
Right? Yeah. How many guys are in there?
Yo, if we want to be honest, what was funny is that chick DM'd me like 35 times.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like because I saw the picture, I saw the like and stuff like that, and I didn't tell him any of this stuff. But she would always, like when I went, I was like, oh, I know exactly who this chick is. I do. I'm not, it is what it is. But you're being ridiculous. You are being ridiculous. And then what she would do is, I guess because she was single at the time, and it was like years ago, at this time, like it's probably like 2017 now, 2018. She would like reply to my story in stupid little ways that people do that's super innocent. Right. I'm like, oh, I love chicken and beef. And so I was like, in my head, I was like, I like the picture of flowers that was motivational. This girl is replying to my story, damn near almost wanting me to make her chicken. Like,
yep.
You're mad at me. Like, leave me alone. But it was fine. But yeah, since that day, no more workouts, no more dinners.
Damn it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he just could have like said, I mean, if he got mad, he just could have told me to fuck myself, and I would have laughed it off too. He would have been like, fuck you, Ziegler, just leave her alone. And I would have been like, all right.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'm not a fucking softie. I can dig it.
That's funny.
Dude, get pissed off sometimes.
So since we're on the bodybuilding story, or some of the things that go on in your life or have gone on, Dave, why don't you tell us about your backstory and the pathway that you took to get to bodybuilding? You're allowed to be as detailed as you want. Like, you can start from scratch and work our way into it, or you can.
Oh, we won't do that. I'll talk for like 2 hours.
I mean,
that's
like
usually how long this podcast is.
2.5.
Well, no, I don't want I'll bore people too. They'll just tune off. I don't want that to happen. So I started training in 2002. That's when I got into it. And I didn't get into bodybuilding. I just started lifting weights. And it's because I was obsessed with motorcycles, and I raced dirt bikes. I was an AMA, and I was not that good, but I was okay. I was a C rider. I worked my way up to a shitty B rider. And if anyone who races listens to that, they'll be like, ha, you were all right. And I was all right. But I wanted to be pro real bad. And Ricky Carmichael was my idol. And I saw him take his shirt off after a race one time to like wipe the sweat off. And I was like, this dude is fucking jacked. He looks like Superman. And I like went and told my dad, and I was like, how come that dude looks like an action figure? I had no idea about anything, right? And my dad, I was like 12 in 2002, 11, 12. And my dad was like, athletes work out, makes them good at sports. It helps them with their muscles and shit. And I was like, that's it. I need to lift weights. So he gave me little dumbbells, like 10, 20, 30s. And I was like off to the races with like just lateral raises and curls and French presses and shit. And that was my jam. And then started lifting in a real gym in 2004 because I had nothing to do after school. My sister was in yearbook. I had nowhere to go for an hour and a half every day after school, like 4 days a week. So I went to the gym, lifted weights, hard as fuck for the whole school year, did a great job, bulked up, continued that into the YMCA and stuff. 2006 or so, 2005 into 2006, I was about 16 years old. And I got into hanging out with some rough, bad people and drank a lot, partied a lot, did a lot of different drugs, experimented, lost any muscles I had, all my athleticism, all that coolness that I had that separated me from the kids before, pretty much became like doughboy normal, 130, 140 pounds, give or take. And then my old training partner, because I went through that phase for like a year, 9 months to a year. My old training partner, he was like making fun of me because he was like, look what you've become. We're in high school and shit like that. And we're like in the computer room. And I was like, well, fuck you, bro. You're a dickhead and you take steroids. So I fucking hate you. You're a cheater. Suck my dick. All of this shit I said to him, just being so mean. I was just laying into him. And he was like, you're so skinny. You're a piece of shit. You like to do acid on the weekends with your buddies. And I was like, I do sometimes. And I was like, you're right. But fuck you. And then we went out in the hallway and he just beat the fucking shit out of me.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh no. Because we went out in the hallway and he was like, you fucking still tough? And I was like, yeah, fuck you, small dick bitch. Well, suck my dick. And then he fucking lifted his fist like Thor's hammer and he planted it into my face. And I went right down, dude. Like I just like the whole world, like the Atlas, man. I was like, oh shit. like you know when kids are like, you're big, what the fuck are you gonna do? I'm fast, I'm this. I had all of those thoughts. I was like, you're big and slow. I play basketball. I race motocross. I play baseball. I play football. Oh, blah, 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 blah. And then when he hit me with that ham, and that ham was so much more than I could handle. And I just went down. And then when I went down, I don't even know if he lifted his hand. He just like kept it on my face. And then he was on top of me. And he just started like beating me up like easily. And I had my hands up, you know, because I did some like self-defense karate nonsense that children do when they're playing games in 6th grade or whatever. So I was like, fuck, dude. And eventually like the teacher came and he pulled him off me. And I like started to stand up and I looked at this kid, like a freshman, because I was like a junior. And he looked at me and I looked at him, and in his face, I was like, damn, I got fucked up. I must not look good. And I went in the restroom and it was like blood dripping off me. And I was like, oh no, I got fucked up, man. And I started walking out of the school and everyone was looking at me. And I used to be like, you know, that was my first fight. That's probably like my 12th fight, but I thought it was so embarrassing. And I was like walking out of the school. And like I didn't even get to my car, and like the principal was just staring there like this, and he was like, "Come on, Mr. Ziegler." I was like, "Don't make me go back in." Oh fuck, I'm already out, bro. It's just you and me. Just let me go home in dignity. And he was like, "Come on." I had to go in the office. My lip was like blah 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 blah. My face is blue. I was like, "You guys suck. I'm so helpless being 17 or whatever the fuck it was, 16 or so." And so then after that, I was like, you know what? Yo, getting high, stupid guys.
I want to do roids.
I kind of want to I kind of want to get big again. But no, I was so against them. Remember,
okay.
I just got my
yeah. You were saying that you were against them.
Yeah.
I was like, at some point, the table turned.
Things change. Times people change.
Yeah.
You meet other people that are even bigger. No. So that was the thing. And then there was one other time I was like getting my detentions or whatever the fuck it was. And I was going up to the principal's office and I was waiting at the counter for some papers. And this kid named Alex Miller, if he ever hears this, he'll laugh because he remembers it. He like has always taken credit for it since the moment it happened. Still, I mean, he's probably out there like who God knows who will listen to him if they happen to know me from some weird, bizarre reason. You know, this fucking weirdo on TikTok. I do. Well, listen, I made fun of him, and then he didn't like it, so that's why you heard about him on TikTok because I gave him shit. But I was at the office waiting for some papers, and he was like, "Yo, Zig, you looking mighty skinny," and I just stopped and I was like, "I don't like that." I didn't like that comment at all. So between that and getting my butt kicked, I went back to the gym and I responded perfect. Like I came right back. It was great. You know, I had that 6 months, a year, whatever it was, when I was drinking and trying different psychedelics and stuff and expanding my mind. But when I came back, I expanded real good. I grew real good. And then in 2007, I graduated from high school early because I went to 3 different high schools. I got kicked out of the first 2. So the third one I went to was called, I'll think of it. I'll remember it in a minute. It had like a name to it. It was like District something, whatever. But it was pretty much a textbook and a packet. And it was pass fail for 12th grade to get a diploma. And I was like, fuck yeah. And there were a bunch of kids in there that were like doing a better job than me, and their packets were already done because there were a few packets. And I was like, can I borrow your packet? And they said, yes. I graduated so fucking fast. It wasn't even December yet. And they were like, you're done with 12th grade. And I was like, yes, I am. Thank you. It's been great. I'll see you guys later. Thank you for the diploma. And I graduated, so I had nothing to do, and I was living at home, and I was working in a restaurant, but I was training all the fucking time, and I had no future. I had nothing going on. You know, I had no scholarship, obviously. My sports days were fucking weird. And I was in the gym doing a good job, and this guy came up to me, and he was like, are you getting ready for a show? Didn't know what he meant. He started telling me about it. I thought bodybuilding was really stupid by the way it sounded at that moment. I didn't know anything about it. And I pretty much left the gym, went home, you know, had my meal, all that. And then on my way to work, I stopped and got all these magazines like the Muscular Development, Flex was big back then. Reps was back then, I think. Muscle and Fitness. Got them all. And I read them all cover to cover. And I was like, these guys are in their 20s and their 30s and their 40s, and they have careers, they have lives, they have houses and cars, and they are living a life of athleticism, but they're not on a team. And I think I might be able to do that too. And then that was it. And it was 2007, and I like got hooked, and I made the decision to myself. I didn't really tell anybody at the time, but I was like, I'm going to be like either a professional bodybuilder, or I'm going to be a bodybuilder personality. Like when you see like Joey, who was the guy who did Joey Bad or something like that?
Yeah,
whatever.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. Joey Swole.
Joy Swole, yeah.
Yeah, no, he's like a personality guy. There's a bunch of them out there, you know. So that's what. But my goal, what I wanted to do, was just go to the gym every day, and then if I could make that my job, we're done. Like that's it. That's me. I'll do that. So that's what started it all. I did the first show in 2009. I won. And then I just started competing. And then I competed all the way up until 2018, I think. And that's when I broke my arms. 2019, I think it might have been. Yeah.
Okay. How'd you break your arms?
I totaled one of my motorcycles.
Oh.
Yeah, I was going to the gym. Rocking to my music. Not far at all in Vegas, right next to McCarran Airport on Eastern. And I was coming down to make a right, and I just, downshifted a little aggressively, let the clutch go a little aggressively as I made my right, and the back locked up a touch. And when it did, she just slid, and I high sided and went like real high, and I landed on my back. And when I landed on my back, I kind of like opened my arms up like a big starfish, because of the momentum and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just both my arms broke. Yeah, the ulnas and the radius, both of them.
Okay, and that was what? So you broke your arms, and you said 2018, 2019?
Yeah, right there. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and when did you become pro?
Oh, I'm not.
Oh, I thought you were.
No.
Oh.
No, I suck, man.
Yeah.
Have you seen you?
Yeah, that's
You're taking up like probably like 30 or 40% of your fucking picture. Jesus Christ, dude. How big are your arms?
Oh, that don't look good that way.
Yo, when we do our screenshot at the end, we always do like a screenshot that we end up posting to stories and shit. Yeah. We're doing a picture of you fucking flexing, man. You're so fucking big, dude.
Okay,
about
so what made you decide to do the whole steroids route then?
Oh fuck, man, shit. So 2007.
And how much did you weigh when you started? Like
about 210 pounds.
Okay. And about 6. Well, you were 6 foot then. This is before you started shrinking.
6 foot. 6 foot. And I was about 210. Looked pretty good. Yeah. Looked really good, actually, I think. Look at the pictures now. I think I would have won like some pro shows as a natty and shit like that. I think it would have given a good run for their money. I don't want to take too much and be too cocky, but like the natty guys, they're lucky. Look, I didn't come for them. I could have had a good natty career. Man, no, just kidding. They all would have wiped me just like they did in the NPC. Shit. Oh, I'm just kidding. I did okay. Just like my motocross career, I did all right. I was semi-fast.
You're B-level bodybuilder?
Oh, B-level. Yeah, I'm B-level celebrity in the bodybuilding world. Like if there's a bodybuilding world and you have like the A list and the B list, I'm like a C list. And when my TikTok isn't banned, I like grab the B list guy's ankles just a little, like when you sit behind somebody in church and you're all kneeling and you can see their ankles. I just grab it a little bit and shake it. It's like, hey, I'm back here. I'm gonna get you. And then they ban me on TikTok. I'm like, fuck, I get kicked out. I gotta leave the whole place. God damn it, guys.
Start over again.
So 2007, I was like, yo, this is fucking me. I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. 2008, it was my 18th birthday. Like my parents weren't that into it. It wasn't that big of a good idea, really. And my 18th birthday, my buddy and I, Jake Ross, got an apartment. And my dad came home and he was like, what, you just not live here anymore? And I was like, no, not only do I not live there anymore, I live by myself and I'm gonna be a professional bodybuilder. And y'all can all suck it. And he was like, God damn it, David. Okay, good luck. And I was like, yeah, good luck. And I'll send you money soon. You don't know the world I'm going into. I've seen the Flex magazine. Yeah. Ronnie Coleman's a bitch. I'm gonna fucking, yeah, I had no idea what I was getting into. I was 18 years old.
I'm gonna be the next Jay Cutler.
Yeah, but tomorrow, like I am ready for you. So anyway, so that was me. I was real stupid and moved out, got my own apartment with my buddy that I couldn't afford just outside of Philadelphia. Because we couldn't have lived in the city. That would be ludicrous. Who could afford that? A real bodybuilder, maybe, but not me. I was like 18 years old and I had like 205 pounds, and I woke up and went to bed at like 209. It was like, yeah, bitch. Yo, Ronnie could suck it. So I'm living by myself, and then my dad was like, all right, well, listen, you dick. I will pay for you to go to mechanic school and you can have a trade. And I was like, yeah, all right. So I like toured this place and I was like, okay. And I had to sign the papers and everything and take out this loan or whatever. It was all ready to go. However it was going to work. I remember it was all ready. And like I woke up to my alarm that morning and I hit my alarm and I said, fuck no, bitch, I'm a bodybuilder. Jay Cutler can suck it. I'm not doing anything but lifting weights today. I lift weights twice a day. I got 13 protein shakes to drink. Y'all suck it, mom and dad. Like, y'all know me. I'm going to send you money. Just believe in me. I'll send you money. Relax. I haven't sent them any money yet. But they're waiting for it. They know it's coming.
Eventually.
Oh my god.
Have
you thought about stand-up comic? Jesus, man.
Oh my god, no, because they don't have enough time.
That's what he's got TikTok for.
Yeah, that's my TikTok. So anyway, I'm working at this place called the Dilworth Town Inn as a busboy. And I'm a fucking good busboy. I'd run right out of my damn shoes delivering water and biscuits and shit like that. And it was a good place. I would wear a little tux. I had the vest, the bow tie, everything. I was beautiful. And that's what I did. So I worked at the restaurant. I didn't have to be there until 5 p.m. And then I would get done at like midnight and I would go back to my fucking apartment when I was 18 by myself with my buddy. And things were great, right? Well, then I got fired from my glamorous restaurant busboy job. Yeah, I was living the high life as a fucking famous bodybuilder and being a busboy by night. And I got fired for smoking weed in the bathroom. Ridiculous. I didn't even do it, to be honest. I did smoke weed, but not in the bathroom. Those idiots fired me for the wrong reason. So anyway, I got fired and I was fucked, man. I had like nothing going for me. And I was in my apartment, which I needed to come up with like $525, I think, for the month. And shit, that didn't really happen. So I was talking to my buddy and he was like, I can get you another busboy job at this place called Pescatori's, like Italian restaurants. Not as nice as this. You won't make as much money. I made pretty good money at a busboy at the fancy restaurant with the rich people. But I went to Pescatori's and everybody there took steroids. Everybody. So I started this job. Now I had like a third of the money I had before. I had no fucking body, really. I mean, I looked fine when I was a teenager and shit like that, right? When like high school and stuff like that. But now I was like 18, living by myself. And I really started juicing, if we're going to be honest and fair, when I was about 22. This is my first ever experience touching this stuff. I fucked myself up a little bit. That's a longer story. It wasn't a good experience, but this is the experience I had. I'll tell it to you. So I'm at this place called Pescatories, and I'm feeling confident because I was very confident at that age. Looking back now, it was ridiculous the amount of confidence I had. I was so ready. All the time was I ready. And so I'm like just standing there, you know, I'm like leaning up against this wall, just trying to be jacked, but I wasn't jacked. And there was like 5 guys there that were fucking jacked. And I won't say their names. I won't throw them out there and stuff like that. But I'm like sitting there, and everybody knew my goals. I was very forward at this point. There was no holding me back. I was coming. Jay Cutler heard about me already, probably. Yeah, already. Are you kidding me? I sucked. I still suck. But back then I was very confident when I was 18 years old. I was ready for anything. So I'm like standing there against the wall, and I'm talking to my buddy who's on juice, and he's like 245, 255, triceps hanging off of him and shit like that, looking way better than I do. Way bigger than I do. And he didn't give a fuck about bodybuilding. He didn't want to go on stage. He didn't want to win. He just wanted to fuck chicks when he went to the beach. And he was like, I fucked so many chicks at the beach because of my body. And I was like, I would chop off my goddamn dick to be Mr. Olympia. Stop standing next to me being so huge and not giving a fuck. You're just got too cool. It is ruining my day. God, I've already been fired. Now I'm here, like such a fucking downgrade. I used to wear a tux. I was the best busboy. Now I'm just the regular busboy. It's a difference. I was a fancy one before. I wasn't. I'm just being dramatic. Busboys. I mean, if you're a busboy listening, you're the man, bro. I got that. So anyway, I was standing against the wall next to my big ass motherfucking who I thought was my buddy, but he just really thought I was some stupid kid. And I was like, yeah. I just put in my order at bodybuilding.com. It was like $380. And he was like, oh, shit. I was like, yeah. And he was like, what'd you get? I was like, I got creatine. I got glutamine. I got the arginine. I got a lot of weight gainer, a lot of protein. Got casein for nighttime. Isolate for the gym. I got it all. And he was like, damn, you're real stupid. And I was like, what? I was like, I didn't like that. I was like, what do you mean I'm real stupid? And he was like, you just spent how much money? It was like $400. I was like, no, like $387, bro. Reel it in, not that much. And he was like, you're fucking dumb, dude. You spent $400 on powder from bodybuilding.com. Like, that's so dumb. And I was like, you're dumb. I hate you. I thought we were close. Man, you're not coming to Jay Cutler's birthday party now. Anyway, so he was like, I just spent $100. And he was like, how long will that last you? And I was like, about 2 months. And he was like, oh, Jesus. And he was like, I just spent $100. And what I have will last me about 10 to 12 weeks. And I guarantee you, I look better than you do at the end of it. And I'll have $300 still. And I was sitting there like poor as fuck, like cockroaches in my apartment, like cabinets looking like shit, like sleeping on the floor practically, broke as fuck. I would steal all my food. It was awful. Awful. I got caught stealing one time, looked like an idiot. You ever get caught stealing with pockets full of potatoes? You just look like an idiot. Yeah, they just feel bad for you. They're so stupid. You're like, can I keep the potatoes? And then they're like, eat. They feel bad and say, nah, you put the potatoes back. So anyway, the story evolves a little bit. I know I'm taking too long, probably.
No. This is pure entertainment. Like, honestly, keep doing what you're doing because our listeners will fucking love this. They're used to us going for a while. This is perfect stories.
Well, there was a dude, a bartender, same place, obviously, right? Because there was like four or five guys juicing. The bartender was the biggest motherfucker. This dude was like a national level competitor, kind of like the level I am now, right? One of the top dogs in the amateur, like right at the heels of the pros and stuff like that, but not, still just like a big gym rat. And that's kind of like what I am. But this dude was fucking big, and he knew the ballpark. He knew the game. So I was sitting there talking to him. Well, yeah, I was just talking. He wasn't really replying. Most people didn't reply much when I spoke to him back then. So I was like, yeah, I'm Big Bite Bang. I fucking found Jay Cutler's email in some form. I'm going to probably say what's up tonight. I don't want to overwhelm him. He'll be trying to hang out too much. And anyway, so he was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude? And I was like, what do you mean? I'm Big Bodybuilder, man. Everybody won't be me. And he was like, you're doing a bad job right now. And I was like, why? And he was like, because I've been listening to you talk for like a month as I like sit back here and clean glasses and shit like that. And he's like, I just hear you talk about like how much you want this, how much you want that. Like, are you going to take stuff or not? Because I hear you talk about it sometimes with the guys and it comes up. And I just listen to you talk all the time. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'm going to start with a light cycle maybe. Thinking about some Anavar. You know, don't want to go crazy. And he was like, I wasn't going to say anything, but I just feel kind of bad for you. All right. So he was like, here's the deal. He was like, what is your goal? Your goal is to have the biggest physique that you can possibly build. And then based off of that, you want to have some type of career, whether it be in competition, coaching, modeling, some type of avenue. And I said, absolutely. And he said, all right, great. That's great. And he said, that's what you want, right? That's what you want more than anything. That's your goal. I said, absolutely. And he said, then why on earth would you not utilize one of the things that we know for a fact will absolutely, certainly help you achieve that look? And I was like, fuck, dude. He was like, are you too good for it? Are you too good for your goal? And I was like, no. And he was like, are you scared of your goal? And I was like, no. He's like, are you afraid of dying? Like, you're afraid, like, you know, that maybe it's going to lead you down a path and you won't be in. And I was like, no, like, this is what I want more than anything. And he's like, then I don't know why you discuss it with anybody or it's even the thought of maybe. And I was like, fuck. And I turned around and I went back to the other dude. And I was like, can I spend the same $100 you spent and do whatever it is that you're doing? And he was like, absolutely. Welcome to the dark side. We have cookies. I was like, fuck you do. Yep. And it was awful. It was fine. You know, I bought one vial of testosterone for, I think, $115. And if you don't know anything, the street price of that is like $30.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, he got you. He got me. He got me pretty good.
He's like, this guy's spending $400 on bodybuilding.com. I could talk him down to a third of that. And
I was so poor. No, I was so poor at the time. I was mean.
That was fucked up.
No, that was all right. It was fine. Right. Whatever. What are you going to do? No hard feelings. If I saw him today, I'll give him a hug and shit. That shit was funny. That's what I mean. Because I'm not a fucking pussy. Like it's fine. Like, he wasn't that malicious. Everything was fine. I was a stupid kid, and he had to pay rent that month. I can take it. Whatever. It's fine. But yeah, that's how that happened. That was the conversation that kind of made me think like, fuck, you know. And then I started looking into it, and the first thing I did was really start reading about it as much as I could. And, you know, people say that and they're like, oh, well, at least you did the research. It doesn't fucking matter. It's still dangerous and kind of stupid, right? Like, right. But that's what I did. And that's when I started to recognize about like testosterone levels and stuff like that. And that, like, yeah, there are definitely guys who just, you know, use a lot of shit and blast stuff. But then you can elevate stuff, you know, pretty well and try to sneak by. And I'm not saying it's safe, but safer, you know, a little better. So that's more the outlook I try to have on it.
How much did you grow the first cycle you did, and how long did that last?
My first one was 10 weeks, and I didn't hardly grow at all.
Because it was just tests, right? Yeah,
just tests. Just less than 250 a week because I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna shoot this in here and it's gonna be magic. I'm gonna get as big as these guys. We're gonna be good
tomorrow. Yeah, like they're gonna call. Like my phone's gonna start ringing, And what I actually did was I supplemented less testosterone than I made naturally as an 18-year-old man.
Mhm.
And so I just fucked, like I gave myself an injectable disadvantage. It was awful on all accounts. And then when it was done, I had to move before it was done. Like it was done. And then like I was fucked because I was so fucking poor. And then like they were trying to like get me to move out apparently because I wasn't paying rent, whatever the fuck happens. Things were just awful. So then I had to move back home. Shit was just terrible for me. So I went from like trying to have an advantage, feeling like I was on top of the world, living by myself to be Mr. Pro Bodybuilder, or the fuck it was, trying to experiment with steroids, cutting my natural testosterone in half, giving myself a huge disadvantage, getting fired from my job, having no fucking money, getting swindled left and right, had to move back home. No more, like, couldn't take, like, no more drugs, obviously. But now my natural testosterone is, like, in the fucking dirt. You know what I mean? Like, it was just, oh, what an awful time 2008 to 2009 to 2010 was. Shitty.
So it sounds like you had a fun time, your first experience.
That was great. Yeah, real good. I gained, when people were like, I gained 15, 30 pounds and everyone sucked my dick. Oh, that sounds wonderful. I love that for you. Yeah. Not me. That was fucking, yeah. I think I turned a little red at one point, maybe. I don't know.
Okay. So when was it that you actually learned what the fuck you were supposed to do?
Oh, probably not till, not actually like get like creative and thoughtful and all that stuff. Probably like in my mid 20s, like 24, 23. Yeah. When I was like 21, late 21, 22, that's when I was like, let's fucking go for it again. I got a full-time job, 2 jobs. You know, I was running a security crew, working during daytime selling fish and shit like that. Had some money to throw around, but I had money now. I could afford to live again.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, let's rock and roll and try to do the whole pro thing again. Fuck, let's go. And so I started rocking and rolling. Oh, I tried to turn pro 3 times. The first 2 times I tried, I didn't even fucking place because it's 1 through 15, right? So first place, second place, third place, 15th place. Anything past that, everyone is 16th. So when I went the first time, there was probably 35 of us or so. I got 16th. Don't know if I was fucking 16th for real. Don't know if I was dead fucking last. I got no clue. I like to think I was 16th. Went the second time. That was 2014. I went again in like 2015 or 2016. I got 16th again. And then I went back again in like 2017, I want to say, and I got 14th. Yeah, I actually got on the board that time. Every time I've done it, though, I've fucked it up real hard. Came in looking like a wet seal, which is smooth and fat. Yeah, just gross looking. My fault. Getting paranoid, trying different things, trying to carb load too much, spilling over, fucking up the diuretics, doing something stupid. Getting in my head. So.
Okay, and are you still competing?
Well, that's the thing. So I started competing in 2009. I did a decent job at first in NABA and stuff like that. Switched over to the NPC in 2009, I think might have been my first NPC show too. 2010, maybe. 2010, I think, was my first NPC show. Got 9th, did not do that well. Took a year off, put on some size, came back in 2013, won the Gold's Classic down in Wilmington, North Carolina. Started doing pretty decently, won the overall in Texas, Battle of Texas, in Dallas, went to Houston. I got 3rd in Houston. I did pretty well. Won the overall down in South Carolina. That was pretty good. Did pretty decent. Every time I tried to do the pro run, though, when I did the big national show, I'd qualify for nationals, by winning like an overall national event or whatever. I would fuck it up somehow, do a bad job. So it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm fucking losing, bro. I'm doing bad. I've competed like 25 times, I think, overall is how many times I've competed. To give you an idea how many times I was competing a year was anywhere from like 2 to 6 times.
Okay.
And I'll do okay. Sometimes I'd win. Normally I wouldn't get the overall, but I would normally get like a top 3. Do okay. But I wasn't fucking winning like I was supposed to win. Like the cream rises to the top, right? It just does naturally. So I was like, guys, I've fucking competed like 25 times. I am not a professional. And little Jimmy over there, this is his 3rd show, and now he's pro. So that means he's better than I am, and I should probably, maybe like try tennis, right? No. So I was like, I'm trying too hard to diet, to be peeled, to pop, to do all of that stuff. And I've been trying too hard for like 3 or 4 years because I got picked up by Team Sand. Sand Nutrition was really big in the early thousands. And we had, my teammates were Oksana Grishina. She's like 4 or 5 time Miss Olympia for fitness. Candace Lewis, Ed Nunn, Diego Sebastian. These were my teammates. We had a great team, and they picked me up in 2013 after I won a couple overalls and a couple shows, and I was getting ready for my first pro qualifier because they thought I was going to be like one of the next like Olympia contenders, you know what I mean? But life and injuries and just being a dickhead by not like trying hard enough and missing meals and stuff like that, I didn't do it. And after 4 years of me like shooting myself in the heels, trying real hard and stuff like that, they called me and they're like, you're not producing anymore, bro, so we're gonna have to let you go. And I was like, fuck, really? I'm getting canned as an athlete. And they're like, yeah, we're not gonna verify you anymore. And I was like, no, fucking, I lost the verification. So I got banned. I got banned from Team Sand. And they asked me. I was like, fuck. So I was like, you know what? Like, I just got X from my sponsorship. That sucks. I was like, I have my competition career is like spotty. It's not bad, but it's spotty. It doesn't look that good. I'm not a pro. I was like, what I want to do is just fucking focus on going back to like what I enjoy, and that's like training and being a machine and being a monster. I really enjoy trying to eat all my food and tracking my food and sleeping all the time and training hard as fuck. I love that stuff. That's what I thought I was going to be doing my whole life as a career. I didn't realize I had to diet and fucking pose and do this and that and this and that. I didn't know all that. I just wanted to be the gym rat, but like, like a rich one. I don't know. Shit,
I want to lift heavy and be rich.
Yeah, I was like 16, 17 with no education besides my diploma that I practically forged and like squeezed my way through. Yeah, awful, right? So I was like, come on, I don't want to do this anymore. So I was like, I want to just be a bodybuilder. And I said, what I'm going to do is just try to be the most textbook, best bodybuilder that I can be for 2 years. At least one. All right. Most
at least one.
And most days, I mean, most times I can't string together a full week, to be completely honest. There's like 30-some, 40-some variables every day. All the food, all the training, all the sleep, all the life that comes into it. It's hard to do it every single day. So I said, I just want to do it every single day. I don't want to fly everywhere. I don't want to diet. And like I missed 2 meals because of whatever the fuck. And now I lose a pound of muscle. God fuck. It took me 6 months to put on that pound of muscle. You know what I mean? So I was like, I just want to be a textbook bodybuilder for like a year or 2. And then everything else that happens to me won't be in my fucking control. Won't fucking matter if I get last place. Won't matter if no one sponsors me, because there's nothing else I can do for anybody but everything perfect, right? By myself. And be like, this is what I fucking look like. Like, oh, your biceps should be bigger. They can't, bro. So you don't like it. Okay, just say you don't like it. I get it, whatever it might be, because it's not like, oh, you're right, I did. I remember I had a couple weeks there when I thought my girl was stupid and I was fighting with her and I missed some meals and shit. Yeah, no, I was like, no, man, I did a good job. I'm sorry, you don't like it. That's on you. I'm not a judge. I just am me. I was doing pretty good. I was doing a good job. I was getting some details hammered down. My food was good. I was big. I was up around 275, 280, looking nice. I got some juicy pictures and shit like that. And then I fucking broke my arms.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Broke my
everything.
Broke my arms like 2018, 2019. I forget the exact date now. Broke my fucking arms. And I was like, gosh darn it. So, motorcycle accident. Yeah.
Oh, so you're still doing motocross?
Well, no, it's on the street now. Yeah. Much bigger much bigger bikes.
And you still ride motorcycles to this day?
I don't have a car. I only have a bike.
Oh, really?
Well, bikes. Yeah, I ride bikes all the time. like exclusively. My chick has a truck, and I hitch rides with her sometimes. But yeah, I love the bikes. That's why I started training in the first place. It's fucking the bike has kept me alive all this time. Right, bodybuilding has not. I love training because that's like, what I love to do. But like, I don't live to train. I just love it. You know what I mean? Yeah, like
it makes sense.
There was like 5 years or so when like I would like chop off my dick for an Olympia. I was so obsessed with it. But looking back, it was an infatuation. Yeah. Like I have a very healthy love and relationship with bodybuilding, and I think I had to work through that finding, that experimenting, that infatuation that lasted like 4, 5, 6 years, and then into that like, how can I make this a practical part of my life? How can I do that? And that's what I did when I pulled away from the shows and from everything. And I was like, I'm still going to put out content, but I'm just not going to fucking push pedestal anything. Like, I don't care if I'm in a black and white picture in the fucking encyclopedia of bodybuilding. Like, like I dreamt about that shit, but I'm just going to bodybuild, bro. And I'm just going to have fun doing it. And I did. Then I broke my arms, competed like 7 weeks later and did pretty well. Yeah, because I knew that the mass that I had was just going to dwindle away for the most part. So I was like, the only thing I can do now is fucking diet. So I started dieting, eating real clean, doing my cardio. I was in hard casts for like 3 weeks. I trained with them on, but I would just train with like 5 pounds, 2 pounds, doing push downs, triceps, 100,000 reps, just listening to like 4 or 5 songs. I'm like, just super slow, just making the muscles have a purpose so they wouldn't leave. I wasn't stimulating shit, but I was, maintaining them the best I could. Dieted down to like the 240s ish. Did the shows. I think I did 2 shows. One, didn't get the overalls, but I won, did real well. And then I was like, now I got to fucking try to heal for real.
Right.
And then I tried to heal for real. And then when I started coming back, which was probably like 6 months or 8 months later, everything was responding really well. They talk about like muscle memory and all that stuff, but but it's a real thing, like the cells, they've already been expanded before, and they have like that, like memory in them or whatever. So once they start getting the food and the stimulation and the drugs and all that jazz, it really comes back a lot faster than if you've never done it before. So I started coming back real good, really fast, and my weight started shooting up. But my forearms atrophied so much because I didn't do shit. Like I held on to nothing while I trained for 6 months. I was just gently pushing and pulling on things, and I never gripped anything. So I had stick forearms. They were gone practically. And I was curling real heavy. I was doing easy curl, and I was going for it. I was feeling strong, like my old weights, like up around like the 150s, the 185s for the bar and everything. Fucking heavy, right? It's not too bad. It's fucking think about it.
It's heavier than Rob weighs.
Yeah, it's fucking hard.
Yeah.
But I tore the tendon in my wrist.
Oh my god.
Like the one that when you hold it, like comes this way or whatever, and that fucking popped, and I couldn't pull in the clutch on the motorcycle. I was like, God fucking damn it! Right back to my hand doctor, and he was like, "Welcome back." And he was like, and I was like, "Is this just the bone?" And he was like, "No, this is new." And I was like, oh, great.
Welcome.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, great. And he was like, and there's nothing I can really say to you right now, except it's not torn all the way. If you fucking tear that all the way, you might be done, dude. Like, it's going to be harder than an ACL. Like, it handles so much of the shit up there. He's like, you want to bench 400 pounds again? Like, you better relax. So it was like 6 weeks of me back to like baby bullshit stuff. I got the hand squeezers though, and I started working up the forearms again. And then I started coming back, and everything was doing pretty good. And everything was rocking real good. And I was having a lot of fun. And then COVID happened, and the whole world shut down. And I wasn't allowed to go to my gym for 3 months. So I was in my backyard with 5-gallon buckets and a big stick that I called a barbell. And I fucking did like barbell moves with my stick. And then the gyms got back rolling. And then now I'm doing pretty good. I've been rocking and rolling for like whatever it's been. We've been back in the gyms like 6 months or something like that, a little while, right? Because we had the lockdown, that was like 3 months or so. And then we've been back, and I've been doing good. Just got to get my food down. My weight's been going up. The pictures look pretty good. I just got my blood cleared. So I'm ready to rock and roll. You know what I mean? When we're talking about all that jazz. So yeah, that's great because the last year and a half or whatever it's been last year. When I first came off, my testosterone levels, my number came back at 48.
Geez. So talk about that. Talk about coming off of like a cycle. Like how does that affect you, like mentally, physically?
All right. Well, I guess like mentally, people talk about like the confidence and stuff, right? Like you hear that sometimes. People are like, "Oh, it makes me feel like Superman and confidence." I guess so.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. So I guess so. Most of the time, it's just kind of like neutral. I would say it's not that exciting. One of the negative things that can happen with a lot of guys is they get depressed. You know, I've had like depression too, especially like when you do come off and stuff like that, and you get these weird levels like of like your estrogen's like high for a second, you know, because you're trying to suppress and all that jazz. But when you pull out the testosterone, like you just get like wacky in there. And then some of the stuff too, like trend can make you kind of bonkers. You know, make some kind of mental. But for the most part, like, I don't know, man. I'm pretty stable when I go in and out. You can feel it working though, mentally. And I don't know if that's in like, I don't want to say in the word form of like aggression, but like when your testosterone levels start to get up over like 1,000 and stuff like that, you get this like, this is gonna sound really weird, but it's like a shimmer of like light that like runs through your muscles and your body, and you can like almost feel like you're like, I am growing, bro. Like I don't know how to say
like,
this.
I can just sit here and grow.
Yes, yeah, like and not, but yes, like you can like feel like in your forearms and like in your. It's like I don't know. It's just like a sponge is being soaked up.
I was gonna say it's like density. Like,
you know,
all of a sudden you just feel like density in your body, like you feel like heavier and stuff. I don't know this, but supposedly if you do steroids and you're like an athletic runner, all of a sudden like you can feel that extra weight of like muscle and shit.
I bet a lot of the weight at first is fluid and carbohydrates. A lot of the steroids allow you to hold a lot more glycogen, which is a lot of weight in carbs and a lot of weight in fluids, and pull the carbs in. It's like 2.5 mils or something. I don't want to get technical because then someone will comment and be like, no. So,
it's really 2.7. Okay.
So stupid. Didn't you read Harvard's study of 1972 when I took? Oh, yeah. I might have missed it. But yeah, so you fucking, and like I guess that's the feeling. Yeah, like you just feel like do you ever like have like a humongous meal and you hit like the insulin hits you and almost feel like through your fingers where you're just like, man, I'm fucking like kind of pumped right now.
Yeah.
Feeling full and jacked.
Yeah.
It's like that, but like
a million times more.
Yeah, and like so you're like in the gym, you're like,
Austin, we need to get you on.
I'm fucking swole, bro.
Yeah, good luck with that.
You know, even if you haven't like physically grown, that's like a feeling that because you could feel it. You're like, man, I'm fucking like I'm just so pumped, and I can feel the pump, and like that's all growy stuff, right? Like I'm growing, I'm getting bigger. It's like, yeah, you've done a good job. You can feel that. That's probably the best part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after all that, the only thing I want to talk about is like from breaking your arms and that huge setback when you had, setback after setback after setback. What was your motivation to just keep pushing forward?
Well, one, it's just kind of who I am. Like, I know that sounds tacky as fuck, but like if there was no social media or nothing to post or win, I would still go to the gym and like do my thing. And I would still want to be like super huge and jacked. I would still like really enjoy all of that. I don't know if I would like force feed and do all that stuff and like push gear and any of that, but maybe because I do enjoy it so much. I just like that, that's like who I am. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, like my buddy Ray and stuff, like he's real similar to I am. And we're the type of dudes just like fucking like wrestle and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like be hanging out like at the pool with the chicks and all that shit and like fucking like, oh, let's fucking see who can dunk each other. And you end up like in that lock on like shoulder on shoulder. You're like, motherfucker, you're goddamn strong. You're trying to twist each other and shit like that. Some people don't do that.
Just two gorillas fighting each other.
Yeah, but like, and that's just silly and it's nonsense. And and then accidentally somebody slips and hits somebody in the chin, and then you're fighting, right? And then 20 minutes later, like somebody's like lip is kind of big, and you're like, I'm sorry, bro. My hand slipped though, man. I was so mad when your hand slipped. I got so mad. I understand, dude. I would have got so mad too. I was really mad when you hit me. But some people just don't do that. That they would be like, that's fucking stupid or ridiculous. It's like, well, you might not go to the gym and like squat until you throw up either. That's right, because that's stupid and ridiculous to a lot of people. So I just like that jazz. Yeah, that's just me.
And what's your favorite body part to work? Is it legs that take it?
No, triceps.
Oh, triceps, huh?
Yeah, I love training arms. Triceps in particularly, yeah. For sure.
And what's your favorite workout to do for those?
Oh, French press, overhead stuff. Yeah, especially like one arm stuff. Bam, bam. Yeah, that's my jam.
Is there anything you want to add, Rob?
I'm just still like wowed by how fucking big you are, man. I'm going through like a shit ton of stress right now, and I've lost probably like 13 or 14 pounds in the last like week and a half. And Austin every day is like, you got to eat, and I'm like, dude, I try to eat, and I usually just throw up. And then on top of that, like I'll still work out like 4 times a week, where I'm burning like a good like 800 to 1100 calories per workout from like the functional fitness shit I do.
Sure.
I'm just trying to get this move over with and get back to a normal schedule, because like I would like to put some size back on. Yeah, because
I've lost like 60 pounds probably 5 times.
Jesus.
Like going up to like 260, 275, and then back down to like 215. Yeah, I've probably done that like a half a dozen times, maybe not quite that many, all because of getting hurt or lifestyle shit. So I'm sorry, but you can definitely come back if you want to.
Yeah, and I need to come back before hockey season. I play competitive hockey. I'm like I've been playing Wounded Warrior hockey for a while now, probably like 4 or 5 years, and have a tournament in November that I got to be ready for. And I would like to like gain some of my size back, because otherwise I just get pushed around on the ice way too much. So
yeah, so much of it is that force feeding. Like one of the things I started adopting, and almost because of injuries and lifestyle and stuff like that, is taking like a month or 2 off a year. And I took that from Ronnie Coleman and Jay Cutler. After the Olympia, Jay sometimes would take up to 3 months off, where he would just eat like 2-3 meals a day, be normal, just kind of train briefly. And he would come down like 20, 30, 40 pounds. Kevin Levrone would do it too. And then when you get back into it, there's this whole theory behind it, deconditioning and shit like that. But when you start the feeding and stuff like that, like it comes back, and it comes back just as it was before, and normally more. And a lot of it's because you were so deconditioned in a sense. So like, I guess I can break this down real fast, especially for your confidence. It might help a lot to hear this. I'm not sure. So when you start training, you'll notice a lot of guys using steroids or not, they have most of the results in like a year or 2. And then that's what they look like pretty much for fucking 10 or 15, 20 years. And they just compete, or they just give advice. But they pretty much look the same. Like you don't see dramatic improvements really anymore, unless like a natty guy who was really good takes steroids, then he has a huge jump. Right. Yeah. But for the most part, and that's because like training and stuff like that, like cardio, like you get good at training. Okay. You get really good at it. You get good at like the 10 reps at this, you get good. And people say like, you have to shock it and progressive overload. Yeah. All right. Fucking fine. If we could, progressive overload was the only thing, we could train twice a week, we would get huge for 100 years and everybody would be massive. It just doesn't work like that. People don't get big. So what happens is, and this is not fucking proven, right? This is a theory. So don't fucking email me and say I'm lying. But
I'm gonna go Harvard search this real fast.
Yeah, and be like, this is ridiculous. It's all about drugs. So you get good at training. Like you've been training hard for 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, right? It's almost like cardio. Like when you started, you were so fucking winded after 2 miles. But then after the end of the year, it's like you could fucking jog 10 miles if you asked yourself to. It's almost to the point where now you get done your jog and you're like, no big deal. That's like your fucking workout too. So you have a lot of different variables in there, like fascia has to stretch and all that shit. But whatever. So you get big, you have all this muscle, you're feeling good, but you're so good at training and your muscles are so conditioned that when you stop training and you put everything on hold, as long as you don't totally tank your nutrition or your testosterone levels by like totally coming off if you are on drugs and being like, oh, I lost 50 pounds when I came off. Well, yeah, because you fucking had test levels of 48. You know what I mean? You can't do that. That's why you have to do blood work and make adjustments and get on TRT or do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But as long as you can continue to eat and maintain your testosterone levels as a natty, that's easy. If you're taking drugs, we do what's called a bridge or like a TRT replacement. You know what I mean? You will become deconditioned, but you won't get smaller, really. So you'll keep, like, if you had a 20-inch arm, you'll get a little deconditioned. You might have like a 19.5-inch arm after like 3-6 weeks, whatever the fuck you take off. But when you come back into training, it's like you're weaker. Like you don't do as good a job as you did the first time. Like before you could bust out like 100 pounds for 15 reps, but now you're doing 100 pounds and you're getting like 9, but you look the fucking same. And then you start getting sore again and everything kind of happens again. And then even with the drugs, when you bring them back up, you start to have all this stimulation again. And then it's this like dance and balance of like totally beating the shit out of yourself and force feeding yourself and then almost pulling it all back and running like on maintenance and being in the background and like getting your hormone. Because then too, when you bring the testosterone levels down, you bring the drug levels down, you're going to maintain your size as long as you're eating and as long as you're having like a normal healthy testosterone levels like 700, 800. You can maintain so much fucking muscle with 700 in your blood. Now 3,000 is when you stimulate like fuck, right? But because you can do so much with 700. But what happens is after like 8-12 weeks or so of taking heavy steroids, anabolics, you really build up a shit ton of myostatin, and then that starts to block everything. So whether you're taking 1 gram, 2 grams, 3 grams, juicing your fucking nuts off like a psycho, the amount of myostatin that builds up just kind of counters it and puts it back into a place of respective natural levels. I mean, yeah, you're maintaining the 245 pounds, but you're blasting your nuts up and you're not getting the 247, bro. So when you take the drugs out and you take the training out, you can leave the food in if you want to. You just probably won't get as much out of it. So you'll be force feeding all fucking morale up. But when you pull the drugs out and you pull the training out and you ease up on the food, you maintain the muscle just like you would have for the most part if you were still blasting or going fucking hard as a natty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You both are the same thing. You still maintain, you still got the 19-inch arm. You're still chilling. But when you come back into it after, some people take 3 weeks, some people take a couple months. And well, fucking what's his face? He won the 2009 Olympia, Sean Roden or whatever. He took a year off because he wanted to level out so much and come back, and it worked. He won the Olympia. But when you come back, yeah, you're not conditioned anymore, but you're not what you were the year before either. So when you come back into it, you bring the drugs back up. It takes, 10, 15 weeks for the myostatin to catch up, to suppress it again. So you get all of that anabolic response. You get the muscles that are like, shit, we're working hard again. So you get that recruitment, that engagement overload. The overload becomes much easier. People talk about progressive overload. Like you got to add more weight, add more reps, do one of the two. Well, you'll fucking be at it again when you take 6 weeks off. You're not just going to walk back in and bench what you did when you walked out. So, but you're the same size pretty much. And that's one of the things that I don't hear about often, but I took that from Jay Cutler and Ronnie Coleman. Yeah, right from them. And they were fucking massive. And they took it. Even Dorian would do it. Dorian Yates would take the time off. Yeah, every year, take a month or two, not really train, still eat, but like not force feed. And of course, if you take anabolics, bring the anabolics down. Right. You really can't come off. And then that's what I did because I had the last like year and a half or so. So I've only really been off and now my blood's cleared. I don't want to like wrap myself out, but like, hey, let's have some fun. But when I first came off, my levels were 48 and I was like, they can't be this low. And the doctor was like, they can't be this low. So we got to do hormone replacement therapy, HRT, and get you back to a level, and then we'll see if you can make it again. And that's what I had to do. And it took months, over 6 months, almost 8 months or so of me doing HRT and like bringing the dosages down and then pulling it out and testing my levels and being like, fuck, 300, put it back in, you know, yeah, and bring it back out again. And then got my natural levels back. I did my blood work and I showed, and it was like at like 740 or something, which is pretty good for what it was.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. 48, I didn't feel nothing either. Like, I didn't feel like I wasn't ready. Still felt ready. Like, I still felt good. Still looked good. And the pictures too. And that's why, like, the guys were like, Tren. They love to say that. And it's like, I mean, well, I mean, what's 12 times 15? Right? Yeah. Do we know that number? It's 150 plus the 2, 160, 162, give or take. So it's like, yeah, all right. Like,
I don't know math.
Man, I'm finding out right now. 12 times 15, you said?
Yeah.
180.
Well, okay, shit, I was off as fuck. Just showed how
Is that
stupid.
Right? That doesn't seem right.
15 times 12? 12
I mean,
months?
if you did it in a calculator, it's right.
I did it with a calculator. It just
I don't think a calculator is going to lie to you.
15 times 12? Yeah, that would be 15 years, right?
Yeah.
So let's say I'm 30. So let's say I've taken I'm 32 pretty much. So let's say 22, let's say 10 years. So we'll make that easy. That's 120 then, right? Because 12 times 100. So out of 120 months of bodybuilding, I am sure I've taken Tren for like 8 of them.
Okay.
Yeah. So people are like, Tren. It's like, I mean, yeah, but not right now.
Yeah.
Usually we use that getting ready for a contest. Gym rats will take anything all the time. Don't get that wrong. Yeah, a dude in his basement is fucking, he's ready to do some shit. He don't give a fuck. If it was talked about before,
like when you were younger.
If I had the money when I was 18, if I had the money and someone to help me, oh my God, I would have been one of those. I would have been like Boston Lloyd. Like, I would have had a YouTube channel being like, today we're taking 82 grams of test right now. And I was so happy. I was poor as fuck. My God, I barely that $100, like that money I would spend on supplements and like whatever. That wasn't me like having extra cash. That was me like not paying rent so I could have that. Yeah, I would have been awfully in trouble. Sure.
Okay. So next thing I want to ask is, so if you could go back to yourself when you were 18, what would you tell yourself if you gave yourself any advice?
Oh fuck yeah, I would have chose different shows. I put a lot of effort into like NABA in the beginning, and like I was like posing to 15 people. You know what I mean? And then my physique looked pretty good. So that's something I would want to tell myself is like, if you got any potential at all, go where people can see you and then they'll decide and help you. Don't just keep it in the basement. But I don't know. I mean, besides that, like all the shit that happened to me, like I had a lot of injuries and I had a lot of personal stuff, but it was all like weird and random. You know, I don't know if I like some of it was like I've been fucked over by people. You know, so I don't know, like, what I like tell myself to like, don't be friends with anybody. Like, I don't think
don't be friends with anybody else.
Yeah, I don't think I could say that. You know, because I got some crazy stories about like people suing me, pressing charges against me, trying to take my company. Just weird stories. You know, yeah. Got burned one year, had my skin fall off. That set me back.
Oh, geez, what?
Yeah, my arms, my legs, my neck, all my skin fell off.
Motorcycle accident again, or what?
No.
Tell that story.
Bomb fire in 2019, almost 2020.
Did you go inside of the bonfire?
Oh, yeah, for a second.
It sounds like you did. Explain.
Yeah, a buddy of mine sold Christmas trees once a year because he had a big garden store and they'd have like fucking gnomes and fountains and everything you could imagine that old ladies would love to have but couldn't afford because it's expensive as shit. But he would sell Christmas trees once a year, bring in like 200 of them bitches, 200 or 300 of them, try to sell off 2/3 of them, make some profit, whatever the fuck it was. And then he would take all the ones that didn't sell and he would throw them in the back of the fucking property in a big pile. One day I was like, what the fuck is that? And he's like, that's a big pile of Christmas trees. And I said, yes, it fucking is. Can I have them? He said, of course you can. We had big bonfires, big fucking parties. I had a high school party one time at my house when I was like 16 or 17. Must be fucking 250 people there. Like, so shit you see, like when you see in movies and shit like that, Yo, it was fucking sick. We would have parties like that was the biggest one. Most time we would have like anywhere from 20 to 60 people. We'd have these bonfire parties, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so we were like, let's have like one of the most grandest bonfire parties of all fucking time. We'll have it at the kid's house that, you know, is allowed to do cigarettes and smoke pot and stuff, you know, because his parents are real loose and let us get away with a lot. So we'll just build up this bonfire pit that's ridiculous in size with no supervision, and it'll be fantastic. So we got like 25 Christmas trees, 30 Christmas trees, whatever the fuck it was. I'm sure it was a weird number, like 27. You know what I mean? I can't fucking tell you. It was like 2 loads, though, if I remember properly. Like I want to say 3, but it was like 2 loads, like there and back with the pickup truck domed in the back with Christmas trees that were dried out like a year. So they really stacked together pretty good. The only thing that stopped us taking them was we ran into some bees and we were like, let's get the fuck out of here.
Right.
So, but we were stacked. We had like one fall off on the highway and we're like, oh shit.
Oh my God.
We had to turn around like later. We got like 2 hours later, but there was like 2 hours where I was like, no, I hope no one hit that fucking Christmas tree. It was a long time ago. I was a different person back then. I was reckless. I was fucking beating up Jay Cutler and throwing Christmas trees at my enemies.
He didn't invite me to his birthday, so I beat his ass.
No one could stop it. Yeah.
After Christmas creative.
And so anyway, the word was out. People started showing up to the bonfire, like our closest friends, because it was just starting to get dark out. And I had a pickup truck. That's how we got all the Christmas trees, F-150, 97 model. And I backed it up to this bonfire pit, and I was on top of my fucking truck because I had to be on top of the whole fucking truck to get to the top of the bonfire pit, right? It was fucking high, like way higher than humans are height high. And so I'm standing on top of my truck, and I got this 5-gallon thing of gas, and I was like, drench this shit, drench it, yeah. All the gas I could get on this fucking pile, and I was like, all the gas, oh, way over there. And the pile's like 15 feet wide. I was like, over there. And I was like, all right, I better get my truck out of here. I don't want it to explode. So I drive my truck out of there, and then there's just like 15 people watching. There's some chicks there, and I was like, man, I just want to fucking put my hand in that chick's crotch real fast, so I got to hurry up. Because I was excited. I was like 17 or whatever, 18, 19, whatever the fuck it was. I was excited. Had something to do, had somewhere to go. That's the main story I'm trying to get to. Wanted to get this bonfire lit. I was ready for it. So I had a Bic lighter, and I know, right? Like,
my
God. Not a good idea.
I knew this at the time. I don't know why. I just wanted to go hang out with my friends. I wanted to get the bonfire lit. I wasn't ready to make like a torch and stand back like 10 feet and be like, all right, let's get it going. Because I know that the fumes expand bigger than the bonfire pit. I know that there's like an invisible shield. My grandpa, my dad, my uncle, they told me like growing up as a child, we'd make bonfires and they'd get like a little cup of gas, just a little cup, and be like, psh, gotta be careful. No, not me. I was like 19, 20, and I was like, fuck Jay Cutler. And I fucking had my Bic lighter, and I walked right up to the side of that bitch. And I was like, I stood back a little. I was like, okay, I'm gonna stand back a little bit. And I was like, click, click. And as soon as it sparked, it did that thing where like the ground lights on fire and it like runs out first. You know what I mean? Like when everyone's gonna explode. And I saw that shit, thank God. And I turned my head because like they were super afraid I breathed it in. Because I guess when this happens to people, they accidentally gasp and breathe in the fire and it burns their insides. I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. I was very lucky, knock on wood. So I was like, because I guess because deep down I knew it was coming because I don't know why I did this. I was a young adult, just being fucking stupid. And I leaned down. I went click, click. It lit. I watched the land light on fire. I turned my head, and it was like, boy! And this ball of fire like engulfed me so much, and just went so high. And then just became like a bonfire after that. Like everyone was ready to enjoy. But the damage was done. I was not ready. I was done. It was like I got flash panned, right? Like it was this instantaneous like burst of fireball, and then it was modest bonfire. But the damage was done, and I like was running, right? Because when I saw it coming, I was like, "Fuck!" And I like started running, and it engulfed me. It was too late. But I was running across the field. I was like, fuck, oh shit, I just got on fire. And I started.
Did you stop, drop, and roll?
No. And wait till this. So I was like, oh fuck, I just got lit on fire for a second, like in a ball of flames. But I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm okay. And then I was like, oh no, I'm not okay. This fucking hurts. hurts really fucking bad. Oh my fucking God, I can't stand how bad this hurts. So I run into his house, my buddy's house, and I jump into the shower and I strip all my clothes off. So I'm butt naked.
No.
Yeah. And I'm
It's
standing
like
in
the
the
opposite
shower.
of what you want to do.
Yeah, right now. I just want to hang out. That's why I wanted to have a good time. I didn't want to sit next to some chick and be like, your thighs are warm.
Oh my God.
That's all I wanted to do. It wasn't no big deal. I just wanted to like put my hand on the knee, get my fingers on a little bit and be like, yeah, I'm 19. What's up? Yeah, like that. That was easy stuff. Easy stuff. I don't know what I was doing, but whatever. So I'm in the shower with the cold water like hitting me all over, and I'm okay. I'm standing in there, and I'm like, I am not in discomfort at all right now. I feel fine. And all my friends pour in, like 15 of them, in this little bathroom, like poking their heads, trying to see. And I'm like naked as fuck, just standing there, like, "What's up?" And they're like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm not."
Oh no.
And they were like, "What do you mean?" And I looked down, and it looked like a wrinkle in my skin, like a wrinkle in a sheet, like where like kind of like mixed. So I like,
what's that?
Yeah, so I pull my fingers across it, and as I touch it and the
no.
water hits it, my skin fell off in one big sheet, like a piece of paper.
Fuck.
Yeah, and I was wearing a sleeveless shirt like I am now, and I had basketball shorts on like I do now. So this whole side of my neck and like coming up under my chin here, this all fell off. Not here. That was all fine. This was all fine, and then my arms, all the skin out, not the backside. Just the side that was like, the flash. So my shins and my arms and my neck, all the skin fell off like a perfect sheet, like they were going to graft it for somebody else.
Oh my fucking God, dude.
It was weird. Yeah, and I would rip and break. It wasn't like actually like textbook. You couldn't like make write shit like on it, and like but like it came off like like in like or like big blisters. You know what I mean? But like much bigger.
Yes.
but it wasn't like third degree, because third degree like goes all the way down and like it doesn't hurt and like burns your nerves. Now this was just the perfect amount of pain. Yeah, like it just got them all perfect. Like I actually might have been okay if it was one step further, because it hurt so goddamn much. Yeah, it was awful.
And then how'd the rest of that night go?
I was in the burn unit for like 4 days.
I was gonna say, I don't think
They
you
did
grabbed
not let me
anyone's
go home.
thigh. I don't think you grabbed anyone's thigh that night.
They wrapped me in like silver.
Yeah, it's my little blanket.
Okay, yeah. And then they would have to change it out like once a day for like the first like 3 days, and then I was good to go home. And it only hurt. It hurt so bad. Oh my God, like, I was freaking out. My dad drove me to the hospital. We didn't get an ambulance. I don't know why. I think because we were poor. So my dad came to my friend's house, and he was like butt naked. And I was like, "Hey, Dad." He was like, "How are you?" And I was like, "I'm fine." I mean, like, the water was just freezing cold, but it was like numbing me, and it was like balancing out the burn. Like I was fine. I was like, "Dude, I'm fine. I just can't get out of the shower. If I get out of the shower, anything where the skin fell off, which is like a decent amount, I'm like doing this to have like it just hit my skin parts. It's got my shins, it's got my arms, it's got my one side. It's like not a lot, but in the shower, it's got it all. And I was like, I just can't get out of the shower. If I get out of the shower for one fucking moment, like not even a moment, like the second that super cold water is not hitting the exposed skin or whatever, it hurts so fucking much. I feel like my arms are being ripped off my body. Like I can't describe how much it hurts. And I remember like him being like, all right, and his mom, he was like, we'll call her Susie Q. And he was like, all right, Susie Q, I'm gonna need some ice bags. And I was like, for what? You picnic, I hope. Like you're gonna put them on me? He's like, it's just the arms and the shins. Cover them with ice, and we'll be like the shower. And I was like, yeah, okay. It was not. Not at all. I was in that car talking to gods. I was making them up, but I believed them at the time. They were real to me. I was like, I'll pray to anybody who listens. I worked through all the other ones.
Sucks.
Yeah, I've gone through every religion already. Like I was making up shit at this point. Awful.
So, in our show notes, Austin put down something here about Rice Krispie treats before the gym. What's going on with that?
Oh, yeah. So that's nothing but glucose. Yeah, when you're coming into the gym and you have sugar, you can do fruit, and fruit's fine, but fruit has a lot of fructose in it, and fructose has to go to your liver where it gets converted to glucose. Table sugar, sucrose, or however you pronounce it, is one fructose and one glucose. So it's pretty similar to fruit. Like, it still has to go through your liver a little bit to become glucose. But when you have glucose in your blood sugar, that becomes your immediate form of energy for the most part. You have other forms of energy too, like ATP, which you make from creatine and stuff like that. So when you just make sure, especially if you're eating really clean, if you just make sure that there's some glucose in your blood before you start to work out, you'll just kind of ensure that you won't use your muscles as a form of energy, which is what atrophy is, right? That's the breakdown of muscle tissue into amino acids, and you use it as forms of energy. That's what you really don't ever want to happen. So when you take the Krispies before, I mean, yeah, you'll get pumped up. You know, people like to say that they get a stronger pump and shit like that. But really, for me, I mean, pump, great, but it's insurance that I'm not going to beat the shit out of myself so much during this workout that I might actually go backwards a few steps.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that's all I'm doing, is just making sure that there are plenty of forms of energies available in my blood. So when I start heaving and hoeing, my body isn't like, this chest workout is really hard. We better break down that calf so we can feed this chest workout. I'd like to keep the calf.
All right.
Yeah, shit. And I actually add in my protein intra workout. What I do is I have an intra workout shake, and people use EAAs or they use BAC. I think my wife's coming in here. Honey, is that you? Hey, baby. Is that food? Oh, wow. Can I have that? I've been talking
food.
an hour and 45 minutes. Oh,
you're going strong.
Oh, yes. It's been too late for this. Now I have.
What you got?
My God. Holy shit.
Steak and potatoes. There you go.
Thank you, Matt. You want to say hi? This is the podcast.
Hi, how are you?
This is my wife, Amanda.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Amanda. Thanks for letting him come on tonight. Like, he's been pretty inspirational and had a lot of cool stuff to tell us.
Nice.
What's hot?
I mean, I'd hope so.
That's fantastic. Thank you, honey. Thank you for this.
You're welcome.
This is wonderful. You're the best. So instead of BCAAs, because protein is made of 20 amino acids, right? We know that. Listeners listening, protein is made of 20 amino acids, and they make a chain, and it makes a protein chain, right? Well, BCAAs are 3 out of the 20, and EAAs are 9 out of the 20. So what I do is intra-workout, instead of sipping on 3 of them or sipping on 9 of them, I just get a protein powder that works really well with water. One of the clear ones, you know, it tastes like fruit punch or something like that. I just use that, and now I have all 20, which is like a lot of the recent stuff shows that your body, when it has the full chain, it just handles that shit perfectly. Like, it doesn't need you to break them into 3, break them into 9. It's just like, give me the fucking protein. I know what to do with this. So that's what I do. I come into the gym. I got glucose in my blood from the Rice Krispies that I chose because I think they're easy for me personally to eat. And I like the little package. Fits in my gym bag without getting gross. It's not Ziploc. It's just a perfect package. I throw it away. So for me, it just works great. And I don't want a lot of fat. I don't like to have carbs and fat at the same time unless it's at a meal. There's another reason for that. We can talk about that another time. So start the workout full of glucose to make sure we don't use amino acids as energy about halfway through the workout, when things are getting hot and heavy and probably the hardest they're going to be. And our energies might be shifting from glycogen and from glucose into fat and hopefully not amino acids. That is when I add all the amino acids. I give it all 20. And I said, if you want to use energy amino acids, use these. But the muscles that need recovery already from the first second we started working out, start feeding you guys right now. And so I just start the recovery process immediately. Don't even wait. There's like the window. People say there is no window anyway. Now they say that. So I just throw the food in immediately. So that way, any negative signaling that was going to take place in the form of using amino acids in the form of energy is now totally reversed, because there's such an ample amount of amino acids that the metabolism is like, oh shit, leucine, go there. Lysine, go there. You know what I mean? Methionine, go over there. Shit, we're good. Thanks. So that's what I do. I used to do BCAs. I used to do EAAs, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. Here you go, body. You know what to do.
Just give 'em all
what.
these.
You know what to do.
Are you using like an isolate protein for?
Yeah.
I actually do that during my workouts too. Austin makes fun of me for it. I'm a big fan though of having like an isolate like fruit punch style protein because I can't do like a heavy natural way while I'm working out. Otherwise, I feel fucking just lethargic and
Yeah,
heavy.
you get like all bloated and stuff like
Exactly, but I can
Yeah.
do like an ISO pure while I'm working out, or there's a couple other brands that I'll use, and it'll actually help me power like that second half of that like 800 calorie workout that I'm doing.
that. I totally agree with that.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. 100%.
And I actually want to try your idea of doing sugar before, because I learned something recently about replacing glycogen levels at the end of your workout by like smashing a cookie or eating like a Snickers bar or something like that. Famous CrossFit dude, what's his name? Help me out, Austin. He just retired.
I completely just forgot his name.
It's all good. Either way, like he used to talk about that's what he used to do. And Floyd Mayweather, when he would train, he would do like Cokes like right afterwards to like replace glycogen levels. But I'm interested in trying that at the beginning of the workout.
Frazier,
like,
who you're talking about.
Matt Frazier is who I was talking about. He was talking about on Rogan like a couple months ago, and he was on that he liked to do cookies or Snicker bars afterwards.
Afterwards is glycogen for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The glycogen, the carbs you eat today will be the glycogen you use tomorrow, is something we like to say.
Okay. Cool.
So the pre-workout is glucose, which is not glycogen. Glucose can get shuffled off the glycogen, or it can get burned off immediately as glucose. So
as you're working out.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you come into the workout, right? When you come into the workout, it's like a touch of carbs, a touch of for the glucose, and then when you finish the workout, it's a bunch of carbs to replenish all the glycogen, because that will take hours to replenish the glycogen.
That's fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so there's a little at first, a lot at the end.
All right.
Two different pathways. Immediate energy being stored for later.
And what's up with Austin's got a note on here about Legos.
Yeah, because I know that's something that you're big into is Legos.
I love Legos. I do. I say yes too. I pluralize that shit. People be like, "No, it's Lego bricks. You don't pluralize. It's always just Lego." Nah, bitch, it's Legos.
He typed it as Legos, so he had it right as well. He made it plural.
Good. That's how you do it. Yeah. I don't know. Ever since I was a little kid, when I was as early as I can remember, I dug them. I thought they were super fun. And when I got older, like when I went through puberty, I like forgot they existed. And then when I got like into the year like 2019, 2020, especially when I bought the farm and had a place to like store, collect stuff, like I could make a gym, have something, like replace the dishwasher with a nice dishwasher because I didn't lease the place. Mm-hmm. When I was able to do all that stuff, I was like in Walmart one day and the Lego box was on sale. And I was like, yo, I love Lego. I do. I think I could build this and put it on my shelf. And then it was like 6 months later, and I was like, I think I could have these like all over my office and just be just fine with that. I'll just keep this ball rolling. So I took like a hiatus.
You have a whole bunch behind you, so.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch behind me. Probably 25 sets, I think.
No shit.
Yeah, the good, nice ones too. I only get the good ones.
What are some of the types that you like to build?
Ultimate Collector Series. Yeah, the Ultimate Collector Series is the best ones in my opinion, and there's a bunch for Star Wars and stuff like that. But they're more like
Star Wars.
Yeah, they're cool. But they're not like, the little minifigures, like the little Lego guys. A lot of the toys are kind of like their scale, and they're like to play with them. The Ultimate Collectors, they're more like 3,000 pieces of you like building a model. And it's not to scale for anything. It's just like the model and the details are crisp and it doesn't open up and it's not for playing. It's not for moving. It has a stand. And it's almost like building a ship in a bottle or doing a puzzle, like a flat puzzle. It's almost this exact same fucking thing, except it's 3D. And it's something really gratifying when them little pieces snap together. Like what do people call that? Like SMR, some weird like thing?
ASMR?
Yeah, it's nice. They snap together. So nice. It's like a fucking sick puzzle. And then when you're done the puzzle, it looks really good displayed. Like in the back there, I got like 20 some models, 25 sets or so, and they're all in the box pretty much. I think I've only built a half dozen or so, and it's because I'm super busy. I don't got fucking time. I don't see that well. So as soon as it gets dark outside, I can't put together them little bricks anymore. I can't fucking see. So when I have like a big off day or it's going to rain all day because I ride the motorcycle for the most part, and I'm going to have to take a rest day, either forced to or just wait till I can get access to the truck or something like that. I come down here and it's like I have like a Lego store in my fucking office, and I sit there like
That's
I was
awesome.
like when I was a little kid. And I like pick up the box and look at the box and put the box back and pick up another box and eventually talk myself into building one of them and then go upstairs and watch a movie and build one. It's like, yeah, it's cool. So for the most part, it's like I'm like an inbox collector until the mood strikes me.
Gotcha.
And then I open that shit.
That's fucking cool. You
so
want to get into?
You're basically a giant little kid.
Giant is correct.
So I said giant little kid.
Trying to get huge though, much bigger. Things are easier when you're bigger.
Are they though?
I don't know.
For your lifestyle, it works.
Yeah.
So you want to hit us with trending news, Austin, or
yeah? So next thing. So do you watch UFC at all or any
No.
fights, David? No,
Not so much. I get the recaps. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, so the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight happened.
How'd that go? Sure.
Jake Paul won.
He did.
It was split decision.
He's always winning.
I know. He's undefeated right now.
He's not fighting real boxers, man.
See? Okay, let's elaborate on that. That comes up often.
Yeah.
So I heard somebody say he boxed a retired baseball player. Is that true?
Oh, retired basketball player.
That's kind of the same thing right there, right?
Yeah,
That's not very contact.
Like, it's not contact friendly sport. And then
I'd rather he chose a hockey player.
Yeah, no, I agree, but he won't so
but
far.
But he won't.
Yeah, and he fought an MMA guy. He's actually fought two MMA guys now, and one of the guys was famous for submission style wrestling.
That was never. Paul, wasn't it? That was
wait. Jake's the older.
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm getting it confused because he fought Mayweather. That was actually a real boxer.
Yeah.
I'm getting them all fucking confused. But
Logan Paul fought Mayweather.
Yeah,
I'm not that good at it.
So then again, he did fight a real boxer, but that was more an expedition fight where they were actually just like trading punches here and there, and Mayweather was dodging a lot of his shit.
Yeah, but
I didn't even see the fight.
Jake Paul is who fought this weekend.
Okay, I had it backwards.
One of the two.
I can dig it. Yeah, that's because I'm not like fans of theirs.
Right.
But I'm not like against them either. I just don't know them. I just don't know them.
Right.
So I see like the updates on TikTok or on like the news feeds, and I get into that.
Oh yeah.
He fought whoever fought the one dude who was like the grappling guy. If I remember right, it was like super short that fight.
Yeah.
It was like
he ended up knocking him out
or something. Yeah.
Well, they said he knocked him out. He hit him a couple of times. He rung his bell once, and he became a little bit wobbly, and they called the fight. And that was the younger brother.
I saw that one.
Yeah, I saw that one too.
That was fine. Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah. I mean, right now it's mainly just for the money. I mean,
and publicity.
And why not?
That's what they do it for.
Yeah, no. And then you got suckers that are going to pay for it. So why not? Why not? Make your bags, man. And he's putting a lot of questions into like UFC fighters now because the UFC fighters are after their bags and want to make money. And they can go fight a fucking YouTuber kid and make shit tons of money and not even win the fight. So it's really fucking with a lot of UFC fighters.
Why not? Like, people are going to put their dollar in so many places, right? They're going to watch like Kim Kardashian's ass, or they're going to watch nonsense. Yeah, man, they want to watch you guys fight and you're going to make some money and they're going to watch it. All right. Go fucking fight.
Would you ever do that, David?
You give me that much money, I'll fucking fight your mama. Yeah.
Fight anybody you tell me.
Anybody. Like, not personal at all. Even if they beat my ass. I'd be like, damn, you hit me so hard, bro. I tried to fight you. Ow.
Well, you got to think there was people like they were making like $100 million off of one fight. Like what?
Fight, yeah.
Yeah.
And good fun too. Yeah. I'll give it my
Like-
all, and I won't be mad about anything.
It's like, what wouldn't you do for $100 million?
I'm saying, like,
Shit.
I'm down.
Okay, so the next thing we have is everybody knows who Tony Hawk is, of course.
Oh yeah, he's getting old.
So Tony Hawk sold skateboards with his blood in them.
There's blood in him.
Yeah, he sold 100 limited edition ones with his blood mixed into paint. Austin, I sent you a link that brings up like
I already had it. I already had it out.
Okay,
That's
yeah. If you want to
cool.
bring it on the screen so we can show everyone. But
but
yeah,
yeah,
while you're pulling it up, I can explain it because like I did.
$500 each.
Yeah, $500 each. He did a deal with Liquid Death, which is a water that's in a can, and it's a Liquid Death. And I think he did it through Bird. What the hell is
Birdhouse?
Birdhouse.
Yeah, it's that's his company. That's what he owns.
Yeah, correct. But yeah, bring up one of those skateboards so we can show the followers.
I'm looking at it. I got it right now.
But it's pretty cool, and it looks like from what I was looking at too, he basically took these like a bucket of paint that they were going to use for all the boards, took a vial of his blood, mixed it into the paint. That way it's like painted into the boards. You can't actually like find the actual, and there he is like holding the Liquid Death, looking like he's at death.
Yeah, he looks he looks old.
He looks
dead.
like not interested very much.
Mhm.
Like,
I mean, they probably paid him a shit ton of money.
There's my blood. There, you got it. There you go. Like I feel like he's writing an alimony check. That's what he kind of looks like. He's like, "Yup, the blood too, bitch."
Yep. Yeah, but it was just an interesting little thing that I found this week as like trending news.
I can take. Yeah, it is interesting.
Yeah,
I know what you're about to say. Little Nas X.
He did it first, right, with the shoe.
He did first. There were like even shit. I almost knocked over my camera. Little Nas X was complaining about how come like social media didn't come after him and try to cancel him, but
because it's Tony Hawk.
Whoa, no. Here's the difference. Here's the difference. Tony Hawk put his blood into a company that he owns and worked out a deal with them, whereas Little Nas X actually went and put these in Nike shoes that he bought, changed the way the Nike shoes look to a 666,
and got sued.
And then he got sued by Nike because he didn't work out a deal with Nike. So it's like comparing like fucking grapes to apples. Like it's not the fucking same.
Yeah,
Tony Hawk did it the legal way, whereas Little Nas X just was like, I'm gonna do this. I don't care about the repercussions. I just want to do this.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it one way, it's kind of like Little Nas made it seem like Nike was down for some Satan shit. And they didn't, people weren't on board with what was happening. They just want to discreetly go by as being the Satan shoe company. I can dig that, a little bit of, like, hey, don't just put us in that category all willy-nilly. We have something to say about that.
Yeah.
No, Nike loves the devil. Get over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, how's your steak over there?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yeah. So unless there's anything else that you want to talk about, we're going to probably get into answer the internet questions.
Which is how we end every single episode.
Okay. I'll read the first one then, and then all three of us will end up answering this question. Okay. All right. So if you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Starting with the Monster Man over there.
Well, does it have to be like amino acid dependent? Because I have to choose some type of fucking protein, otherwise I won't have muscles.
Yeah, I know. Like,
it has to be a food, like whatever food.
Pick your food.
So I just get to pick something?
Yeah.
Yep. Anything you want, but only one thing. What?
Potatoes.
Potato.
Do you know how much fucking shit you can do with a potato?
Is that why you're pocketing them?
You can mash them. You can fucking have French fries. You can have home fries. You can heat them up. You can make. If we're just choosing one thing, there's a lot of diversity in the potato.
Is there protein in potato?
Well, no, I'm going to get small now, but we just.
I thought you said you wanted something with protein.
Well, I
just say you want
didn't
protein.
know. Well, I asked if we were going real or not. If we're not going realness, because if I got to choose a protein source, I like snow crab, king crab legs. Like those are fucking delicious. I can eat them all goddamn day. But
Okay.
there's not much diversity in that stick of meat. It's like butter and what? Like you're done. But a potato,
Obey.
I can fry a potato. I can boil a potato. I can stir fry a potato. I can put it in a skillet.
Oh man, dude! Like I don't think I've ever laughed so much on a podcast, dude.
I agree.
You have been nonstop. Like I've had to mute myself so many times for how hard I'm laughing and like coughing and shit.
Especially like the beginning half of this podcast. Like I couldn't stop laughing.
Yeah. What about you, Austin? What are you doing?
I'm going pizza.
Pizza? Okay. I mean, you can stack your pizza however you want.
I'm saying you can make endless amounts of pizza.
Can you get different toppings?
I mean, I guess you could.
Well, don't say you like it's a given. Maybe it's just pepperoni pizza. Maybe it's a plain pizza. You're over there talking like you're just gonna fucking put like Twinkies on that pizza when you felt like Twinkies, and now you're just using the pizza as a fucking carrier to all the foods you can't have.
Yeah. Actually, he's got a valid point.
You're just making
that's your unrealistic
one.
one.
Tonight I want shrimp pizza. Oh, tonight I want buffalo
chicken pizza. Now I want pepperoni. Now I want meat. Mushrooms.
I'm just gonna pick the pizza off tonight and just have fucking wings.
I'm gonna put wings on my pizza.
Yeah, and not eat the pizza part. It's whatever I feel like. See, I put real thought into mine. You just said pizza. You treating me like we're on a 7th grade date or something. I love pizza. How about you? Of course, I fucking love pizza.
Oh,
I think
God.
I am. A human test? I'm a goddamn alien. Do you like music? No. Oh shit, alien. I like pizza.
Fine, I'll change my answer to chicken. Is that better?
You could do a lot with a chicken.
You can fry it. You can butter it. You can grill it. Oh Jesus!
I don't know how to think about it. Chicken kind of boring.
Oh fuck!
What are you thinking, Rob?
Oh my God!
You should just say chicken pizza.
Chicken pizza.
Yeah, stick with the pizza. Put a good topping on it. Now you get 2 things for one.
I have a question for you. Do you like pineapple on pizza?
No, I don't do that.
No?
No, I don't do that.
No.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I just don't like pineapple like that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if me and pineapple had a relationship, I'd put that bitch everywhere.
Your turn, Rob. You get a pick.
Fuck. See, I almost want to say taco, but then it's like cheating
That's a good
again.
one, Mm-hmm.
That's
like the
cheat
pizza
about it
one.
too, though.
It's like the pizza one. You can just put anything you want. Tonight it's Twinkie pizza.
Chicken tacos. I didn't eat the
Twizzler
shell.
pizza or Twizzler tacos.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my God.
You put your gummy worms inside your tacos.
Yeah, there you go.
You just finished the shell. That's okay. That's okay. I really just wanted the Twinkie.
I guess. Chicken taco. I'm doing chicken. That way I can like diversify my chicken, I guess.
Well, I guess I gotta choose the crab legs then, since everybody's going protein. I'm gonna be the only skinny one. Get beat up again.
What was it? The guy came down on you with hammer fists and like just beat you
like
down to the fucking
Thor's hammer. He piled me into the fucking ground like
Oh
I
my
was a
God.
goddamn railroad spike. And he was Paul Bunyan. There's a fucking blue ox laughing at me in the back. God, it was awful. He didn't like
Oh my
break
God.
my bones or anything like that, but he like gave me one hell of a black guy, and I was bleeding in places that were awkward.
Oh my God.
And my lip hit my teeth so hard that it just ballooned up.
Oh my God.
I looked ridiculous. He got me.
Dude.
Rightfully so. I was being so mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was being so mean. I was like, fuck you, pussy. Fuck you, you small dick. You got these steroids, you stupid little son of a bitch. God, fuck you. And then he hit me. I was like, yeah, I would have hit me too. I would have. I saw, like, that wasn't the end of our friendship. It wasn't like the fucking DM I got, the text message I got. I mean, about the chick and me liking her photo. Like he hit me in the face, and then like 2 months later, I was like, "Damn, bro, y'all hit me in the face real hard." And he was like, "I did." And I was like, "All right, well, let's go get some fucking chicken pizza." And then we were out. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. No big deal.
Okay. Next question.
Okay. Would you rather never be able to eat meat again or never be able to eat sweets again?
Oh shit! I eat a lot of both of those. Like my diet consists of like fucking T-bones and Skittles. Fuck. I guess I'll get rid of sweets. Yeah. There's a lot of nice cuts of meat, and they can be cooked a lot of ways, and they're like always like real. Sweets are good when you want to like munch for like a second, but like a nice cut of meat prepared perfectly, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Good glazed salmon.
Yeah, salmon's fucking great. Yeah, I'm doing the same. I can't believe I'm saying I'll give up sweets because I fucking love my sweets. But yeah, I'm keeping meat in the diet. What about you, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, as much as I love like Sour Patch Kids, I right? I ain't giving. I'm gonna have to give them up. I mean, if I don't eat meat, what else am I gonna eat? Am I gonna become vegan?
What else am I gonna eat? That's a good question.
Am I become vegan?
Potatoes.
Pineapple pizza and fucking potatoes.
Potato pizza.
Potato taco.
French fries in your taco.
You can do a lot with a potato.
All right. Next question. Would you rather be the Pope or the president for a week?
I guess the president. Like, he has access to so much cool shit.
Fuck yeah.
But then again, the Pope has like all of the money.
That's true.
Like all of the money.
Yeah.
That dude has like $1 billion in Italy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, all the pizza then.
All of it. Probably the president, though. The president has way cooler shit. He's got planes. He's got military shit. He's got access to it all. Everybody thinks he's badass. Where the Pope, everyone's kind of like keeping your hands to yourself, bro. Like, it's like a different atmosphere.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
So,
all right, president for you. What do you got, Austin?
I think we'll go president as well.
Okay.
Don't overlook the Pope hat.
This is true.
I think we've all spoken a little quick.
Yeah, I'm going president as well because, like, I want to know a couple things. Like, I want to know, like, if aliens exist. Like, I want to know, like, what goes on in the background, the shit that, like, the American people don't know when you get sworn in. So
I'm gonna go infiltrate the CIA.
You just ask them. That's the point. You just ask them. You're like, "What's up? I'm fucking president."
Tell me now, motherfucker. All right, you got the next one?
Okay. Would you rather fight 10 mini gladiators or 10 mini rhinos?
Mini rhinos.
Yeah.
100% mini rhino. Well, how many is the gladiator?
10.
No. Is it how many? How
like
small?
A 10-year-old?
No, like they're mini.
Right. But how
real adult?
Are they
feet
mini?
Tall.
Oh, 2
like 2 feet tall.
I might be able to handle that. Oh, they got
swords.
They got swords though.
Yeah,
right? Like, they're going to fucking get your feet when you go to kick them. They're going to be like, you got 12 little swords. And you're going to be like, oh, shit, you're going to poke that in my toe.
I don't know. Rhinos still have horns, though.
The rhinos have horns, but I feel like, one, they're not trained for battle. Okay? They're not trained for battle. They don't have weapons. They can't speak to each other and be like, Spartans, do the fucking shit we talked about earlier. They can't do that. They're going to be fucking rhinos.
God.
Do you know rhinos can talk to each other?
Well, no. I'm pretty sure that they're not that good at it. Compared to the Spartans, you just really offended a lot of Spartans. You said that they're not as smart.
Now they're going to fuck you up.
Yeah. So the rhinos, 2 of them are going to get distracted. And then they're not going to coordinate at all. They're going to like run at you all weird. You're going to sidestep them. Depending on the size of the baby, you might be able to hop over the damn thing. We don't know. So I don't know. Spartan's definitely coming with a lot more heat.
Yeah. I would concur with that. I'm going with rhinos as well.
Might be able to confuse the rhinos.
Yeah.
I'm going Spartans.
What, they're gonna fuck you up.
I was gonna say, and that's how Austin died. 10 mini
They're gonna get you, and they're gonna
fucking
it's gonna
cut your
fast too.
Yeah.
You're gonna come in so confident, and then one of them's gonna get you in the foot, and you're gonna fall down
Right in the Achilles tendon.
And here they come. And they're gonna like have something prepared. It's not just gonna be like rhinos that all just bump into you now with their horns. They're gonna be like, Spartans, do the fucking shit we talked about. Grab him by the ankles, spin him around, cut out
stab
his
him in the
tongue.
dick.
Yeah, grab him by the dick, throw him over the cliff. Like, it's gonna be a lot worse. If you don't move, the rhinos might go graze. They might just be like, yo, there's some grass over there. This dude's not bothering me. I'm fucking rhino. But you fuck with some gladiators, they're gonna be like, fuck you for my wife and my family. I can't let you just do this to me. Yeah, you're done. I'm a fucking gladiator.
Yep.
Much bigger can of worms you open with the gladiator. It's not even close.
No, not even close. All right. Next one. Would you rather get your girlfriend pregnant when you're 16 or get your wife pregnant when you're 60?
60.
Okay.
Why?
That's not my problem very long.
Oh my God.
Do you have any kids?
No.
No.
None that he claims.
Right.
There was a 16-year-old that, back when he was 16 or 17.
No, I got burned. It never happened.
Okay.
That's good.
He tried that fateful night.
That was my chance. I blew it.
What about you,
Vicky
Austin?
Valancourt was there.
I'm gonna go 16 for the complete opposite reason that he said. So
You plan on sticking around at least?
Well, if you're 60, maybe you got some money, maybe too.
maybe
That might help.
and what your name's David.
I'm going with 16 as well, just because then they'll be an adult by the time I'm like early 30s. I'll be like, all right, get out of here.
My kid's 7. I'm 67. Good luck.
Oh fuck.
Good luck. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. It's fine. I'm keeping my answer.
All right.
Okay. Would you rather have your search history shared with your social media followers or your parents?
Well, social media, I guess. I don't know.
Okay. Think about when you were 18. Would you rather have your social shared with social?
I don't know. It just depends on how comfortable you are. I just be like, bro, I'm a freak. You get over it.
Oh Jesus.
What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? You don't. I guess you don't like that.
Not into that.
It's fine.
What do you go with, Rob?
The problem is my parents are on my social media. They're technically my followers. So they would see that shit too. Oh fuck. No, yeah, you know how like you can hide like your story from certain people?
I would just hide it from them.
I would just hide it from them. But yeah, I would do my search history with my social media followers, and they would learn that I'm into lingerie and lesbians, I guess.
That's what I mean. Like, you're just gonna get embraced, unless you got some fucked up shit on there.
No, it's not really
if it's just normal kink level shit,
it's normal kink. So.
Nothing that he wants to admit, at least.
Oh, you could even be like, pregnant chick sits on balloon, yo, and no one's gonna hate on you. You just do you, bro. You're fine. Nobody cares. It's not until you get weird. You can do whatever. If you both consenting and adults, you just have fun.
Yeah. What do you got, Austin?
I'm gonna go with parents because it's less people.
That's because he's watching weird shit.
Or you watching?
He's not defending himself either, so he's watching weird shit.
Just less people and less people to deal with.
I feel like
okay.
I feel like half the followers. I feel like you get more followers.
Possibly.
Maybe.
You'd have people be like, "I feel
Like,
you."
yo, let's go look at his history again. I want to get on Pornhub tonight and check out some of that shit.
What's pregnant girl sits on balloon.
Oh shit.
Donkey
Okay.
toes.
Well, that covers our answer to the internet. That covers everything. We broke into the 2 hour and 20-minute mark almost. So usually when we close things out, one of the things we like to do is put in like final plugs or anything that you got going on or any projects. So Dave, you got anything coming up that you want to share with your followers or anyone that might be a first-time listener here about you? Or
Oh, I mean, besides what, like just a shameless plug, like use
Yeah.
ZM.
yeah, plug whatever.
All right. Well, my name's David Ziegler, obviously, but if you go to ZieglerMonster.com, that has information on all my personal coaching. I work with men and women anywhere in the country. You don't have to be an athlete. I work with normal people, fat people, skinny people. It doesn't matter. I work with all people. You can also use code ZMF anywhere on Helamix.com or GorillaMind.com. And if you send me a picture of the receipt, I don't need to see your address or anything like that. Just prove to me you use code ZMF, and I'll hook you up with one of my workouts that I normally reserve for my clients and stuff like that, either biceps or back, whatever you're really after. Just email me, show it to me. It all goes to me. So just say what's up and I'll talk back.
Okay. That's fucking awesome. And what's that email address if anyone wanted to do that?
ZieglerMonsterFitness@gmail.com. ZMF. Okay. The code is ZMF and the email address is ZieglerMonsterFitness.
Okay, perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. You got anything you want to plug before we close up, Austin?
Nope. I think we're good.
Yeah. And the only thing that I'm gonna plug is Save Our Six, the company that I run, just released our hats this week. They look identical to Austin. As a matter of fact, do you have any of those hats, or you send them all out?
I sent them all out.
Yeah, we sold out of our first batch. They sold really fast. Austin, if you want to tip down your hat, ours look identical to that, except they say Save Our Six on them. So
nice.
Yeah. So, and we're about ready to restock them, and they'll probably sell out again because they were popular as fuck. And then the only other thing is we're in the process of the next podcast, hopefully either coming out on Sunday, Monday, or Tuesday, depending on when we pre-record or record. And it's going to be with our company that we're working. Go ahead.
It'll be with Eric. He's the owner of Coastline Canine, who is one of the companies who started Rescue 22 Foundation.
And that's where our proceeds are going for the
awesome
22 challenge that we're stoked about. So yeah, but Dave, man, you're fucking hilarious.
Hey.
Like, you could have been a stand-up comic, man. You are so fucking naturally funny, dude. Like, that was a great time. We definitely appreciated you having coming on, and we'll have to get you on in the future, man. Like, it was fucking pure entertainment, dude.
Gentlemen, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Stick around for a sec. I'm gonna close this out, and then we'll talk to you after this interview ends here.
All
right, everyone. Thank you for joining us. If you're new to our show, please like, subscribe, follow. You can find us on all audio platforms. You can find this video on YouTube. It'll be uploaded within the next 24 hours. Please follow Dave. And when his TikTok, well, I guess you can still follow him.
You can still follow it.
Yep, exactly. So get out there, follow everyone, and we love you guys. Hope you had a good one. This was episode 30, and peace.
Hey.